Plug. What up, MFs? How was everyone's Crudstgiving? Was it good? What? Streamcore didn't ping, didn't it? Ah, it didn't. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. No Thanksgiving here? Dude, no Thanksgiving here either. Is that real crud? Yeah. It's coming a whole different level of SMTJ? Yeah. What's up, everyone? It did now? That was me. I manually pinged. I like the cue card. Oh, this? Oh, yeah, so, I bought my Christmas present for myself from you guys yesterday, which arrives tomorrow. I bought a stream deck. And I was coming up with ideas on what to put on it. So, like, yeah. Basically, Sirs has one, and he was showing me, it's called, like, If This Then That. And, you can make it do more than I thought. So I was just like, there was
I
more
fucking hate
things.
Sea of Thieves, whoa.
Hell yeah, Anthony. Thank you, thank you. Plus more. Yeah, I was just listing things I want to have my stream deck do. Like, yeah, sounds, switching scenes, muting my mic, switching which capture I'm using. There's a couple other things, but yeah. I'll work it out tomorrow when it arrives. So tomorrow it might be set up for stream, which will be exciting. Could do a Mall Ninja, yeah. DJ button. Discord buttons on the stream deck is nice to have. What buttons though? Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, there's a lot. Last night, as I was going to sleep, all I was doing was thinking of ideas for buttons to set on it, and then I forgot them all when I woke up. The main one is mic mute, because my microphone doesn't have the ability to mute unless I manually do it, so I'll finally not be fucking coughing and burping directly into the microphone. So that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be really good for you guys. You don't get to hear my disgusting burps. Tonight you might, because I have 12 cans of hard solo here. Gonna lick the water off the grass and go outside, and yummy. It is yummy. Red Dead when? It says it right here. It says 5 gifted for a rootin' tootin' good time. Oh, this is the manual mute button. Every time I press it, would sound like a bomb went off. Just gotta look at r/mall ninja shit. I mean, I'm aware of it. I haven't looked at that in ages. Have mute, deafen, set output to headphone. Oh, that was one. Yeah. Change audio output. So one thing I hate, because I'm a boomer, I use speakers. So very often I will click here and I'll switch between my speakers and my headset. Like, I prefer to not have a headset on. That is actually one that I thought of last night. Thank you. Hardware button mute was go to when I had a wired headset for the PlayStation. Yeah, my old headset, or the one I'm wearing now, the old mic on that, I would just push that up whenever I had to. Hey, Craig, do you like saltine crackers? I am a saltine cracker, so yeah. More ninja shit stream, please, I beg. I mean, there's only so much you can look at on there, right? It's just like a bunch of, like, weird weapons, isn't it? Do you like burritos? I don't mind burritos. Keep coughing and burping, please. Alright. Yeah, so, yeah, that'll be... This is all good stuff. So, does that vid say Season 14 launch, even though we're over a month into Season 14? Yeah. Well, no, it's on Season 14 regarding the launch, game health, and 2025 teases. Ooh. Yeah, so they put out a podcast. It is 37 minutes, so I don't know if we want to do that. How do you get 8 legendary titles from Pirate Alignment? You need to get 50 levels in any of the things in each of the categories. Fuck's sake, Real actually do their job, make a functional game. Thought you burped in the mic because you didn't care. I mean, I don't know. it's all part of Crudstream, right? It's 7? Oh, okay. Yeah, you've just got to... Oh, AM. Oh. We had a butterball turkey for Thanksgiving. What the fuck is a butterball turkey? I just show off my belches. It's good. It's good to belch. What am I... whatever. Haven't slept in 2 days. Yeah, I've been seeing lots of Thanksgiving posting on Twitter, because obviously that's not a thing here, and it's pretty funny. I'll see if I can find... It's like Thanksgiving got up like this. And it's just like this dude absolutely stunned from eating food. About on my stream deck that plays the You Failed SFX from TF2. Also, what I thought was, obviously, because so you guys know, my OBS keybinds are so fucked up to play the plur sound, I've got it set to shift /, which is also question mark. So if I type a question mark, plur, it does that. But because I'm shit at setting up my OBS, it toggles it on. So I have to press question mark again to get rid of it, and then I press it again, and it starts it again. Like, yeah, no. So having a Stream Deck will solve so many problems. Also, just go live button. That'll be good. Plug. Yeah. So that it'll be good to just clean up. Like, if you look at this shit, like, look at my scene here. So we've got so many different things, and the one down the bottom is just plur. Like, it'll be good to have all that cleaned up because I can just play the sound directly through it. You can have an ad play button for Twitch. Yeah, you already said it, but half the stuff in your OBS. Yeah, a big part of it will be all of that. Does Crud fuck with Skullgirls? I used to. How many buttons we have? So I got a 15 piece. I got a 15 button one. I got the Mark II. There was a 32 button one, and I considered it, but like $150 more for like that much didn't really seem worth it. Plus, you can just set folders on the buttons.
Oh, pull on the hound and us to stand and up there.
Yep, looks like the text-to-speech is working just as it usually does. Yeah, let me bring up an image of it. Yeah. So this thing, I'm getting this thing. And so these can have folders on them though. So I'll have like hard buttons on there. Like I'll have like mute microphone, shit like that. And then I'll have folders. I might even do a sound folder. People would like more redeemable sounds, wouldn't they? For channel points. Yeah, and then I don't know. We'll see. I'll get ideas as I go. Yeah, but yeah, how much are they generally? So let me check it. So Stream Deck, they're on sale still. Like today, I think is the last day of the Amazon Black Friday thing because it's all month. So at the moment, the one I got is 179 Australian dollars. Usually it's 239. And then the big Stream Deck, the 32 key one. The one that I didn't get is currently $292 instead of $379. But yeah, I got the cheaper one because you don't need it.
BTW, my theory about Red Dead and it seems to be correct.
Oh god, thank you, Kelp. God, I don't even know if I want to discuss that on stream, Kelp. I don't know if that's like a good idea. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I think the big one's not really worth it. Are you gonna play the Fortnite live event? That'll be at like a crazy time for me. So I don't think I will be. That'll be like 4 AM or some shit. More viewers than Pace 22 right now. The fall off is real. What? Oh yeah, why do I have so many fucking viewers right now? What the fuck? Hang on. Let's do some science here real quick. Let's figure out why I do have so many viewers right now. Give me a second, everyone. Twitch.tv. Sea of Thieves. Let's see if anyone's doing any kind of botting right now. High to low and authorized viewers. Wow, no, wait, what? Okay, this is all real. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of people. Wow, this dude, 86 viewers, only 19% authorized. Yikes, brother. That's not cool to do. No, okay, these are all real. Okay, apparently a lot of fucking people are watching SOT right now. I thought someone was viewbotting me, but no, look, everyone's all legit. Like, this is normal if you're over 100% because it, like, I don't know if people don't have much familiarity with this app, but, it, like, goes over because of people dropping in and out. So usually you'll be above 100%. But 19% isn't good. How can you tell if it's viewbotted or not? Okay, so the thing with, so this checks for authorized viewers. Now, just because you have authorized viewers doesn't mean it's fake. Where'd they go? They all just disappeared. They did. What the fuck? All right, no wonder it, didn't pick it up. Anyway, an authorized viewer is just someone who's logged in through the Twitch app. So if it's done through a, like, multi-Twitch or something, it doesn't count. So a lot of Marvel streamers have, like, low things. But when someone's in a godly low number, especially when they're not on particularly high, that's usually a sign. Now it's gone to 53. Okay, so it was someone botting me. Okay.
It is shocked to see Arthur getting his weenie touched in the tub, knowing nothing about this game going into it.
He doesn't get his weenie touched. The touch is like, okay, so it was just someone botting. That's fine. Once again, it doesn't really have any negative effect, so regardless, I'm chilling. It went up again? Yeah, no, it did. Can there be a stat emote? What's stat? Why do people bot you though? It's not bannable, some bot you. So it's happened recently with people who get targeted by the cheaters. It's happened to Ghosty a little bit, happened to Mummy Horizon. It does nothing. The only time it ever actually has a negative effect realistically is if you aren't already a partner and you're like about to get it. So I don't know, but I know it has specifically happened to a lot of people. Need a stat regretivator? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. Sorry, stat regretivator. How do you toggle that setting so you can see the thingy? You've got to download oh, it's a Google Chrome extension. It's called it's like Twitch authorized viewers. Stat regretivator? I just googled that. I genuinely have no idea what the fuck you're talking. What is this? I don't know what this is, dude. I've never heard of this. I'm sorry, I genuinely just have no... Is that a Roblox? I'm assuming it's Roblox. I have no idea what the fuck that is, though. Who? Yeah, no, that... And seeing multiple people excited, it is Roblox? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's listen to this. So they haven't done one of these podcasts in, like, I think, like, a year and a half? I'm referring some streamer's head for syncing to them in a game. It's crazy. Oh, hang on, Mum's calling. 1 second. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I fuck with cup of soup. Mm. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, no, I go hard on the soup if I've got it. I usually just don't have any, like only when I'm sick, but no, I eat it. I eat it. Beautiful.
Plug. Plug. I don't remember subscribing this month.
Plug.
All right, I'm back. That's like the legitimately. That's like the I'd say like the fifth time Mum has called me exactly as I've started stream. That's crazy. She loves it. All right. Crud humor. Teaslow, thank you for the sub. You threw up. That's not good. How was your crud? Yeah, she's good. She's good. She's just like emptying out a bunch of shit she doesn't need in her house, and clearing out the pantry, and she wanted to know if I wanted some soups and some rice and some spaghetti and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I mean, if I don't want it, my housemate and his girlfriend will have it. She said, you go live and calls you immediately. It's funny, it's not even like she just finished work or anything, because she finishes work at 3:30, so it's not like, yeah, she just, I don't know, take the soup. No, I am, she's gonna drop it off in a couple nights. Yeah. Alright, so, I don't know, we'll attempt to listen to this podcast. Except you'll be listening to it with another person talking over it.
Hello and welcome to the official Sea of Thieves podcast.
Hey, is this loud
John
enough?
McMurtry, head of video production.
Wow, the side of his head. It looks like a flamingo. It looks like a flamingo's tail. Yeah, tell me if this is too
Here at
quiet.
Rare, and today I am joined by
Drew Stevens, production director.
I'm Mike
It's
Chapman,
fine.
creative director.
Christina McFairhome, Head of Community and Communications.
James Thomas.
Ooh, head of community and communications. That role for Rare right now is probably the role that should be under the most fire of all time. Community and communications, two of the worst aspects.
Crud calls Drew ugly at least 6
I
times.
would never call someone ugly. Yeah, no, being head of community and comms, she must get the most shit. Because she's in charge of, you know, people like... I'm not going to name their names, but she's in charge of the people that handle the community and also the communications. And both of those aspects have been absolute dog shit lately. So she must have a lot on her plate.
Associate Tech Director on Sea of Thieves.
So it's been a
The
bit
glasses
of
on that dude are comical. Yeah, but you got to remember, he's in Britain, so like that's zany for them.
a long time since we last did a podcast. It's actually been about a year.
It has been a year,
Since the
okay.
last podcast, so apologies for that.
Also, whoever was doing the botting, that stopped, by the way, for the VOD watchers. It's back to a normal number of real people.
But we're
As
back
standard,
again,
yeah.
which is great. I'm glad everyone's
So community is perfect, don't be absurd. I mean,
managed to come back into the tavern to join
gone
me here
fishing today?
today.
Hell
Good to be
yeah.
back.
And obviously, this is all part of a push where
Poosh.
we want to be a little bit more transparent. We want to talk to our community a little bit more.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Chat.
Don't care, don't care, don't care,
But the
don't
only-
care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, do not care at all.
You sure you don't want to do podcasts every week?
Podcast, weekly podcast.
You could edit that, couldn't you? in
Holding
time?
space for the British Pirate Game podcast transcript.
So let's talk about what's been going on.
I mean, imagine 100 people in your room watching this on the
Sea of
screen.
Thieves.
Yeah.
So
been going on?
what has been going on with Sea of Thieves?
What has been going on?
I think we can
None of these people know because they don't play.
sort of maybe take a little
Talk to her in SOT. Yeah, they were watching the official SOT talk to her.
moment to reflect on the launch of season 14 and what's been going on there. Who wants to take that one?
I actually thought you were going to have a minute's silence for season 14. I thought that's where you were going with it. I was like, wow, this
Who wants to take
They
it?
should have a minute's silence for this
I
game
think
because
the
it's
beautiful thing about the podcast and all these different channels and avenues of speaking to our players is it's going to allow us to provide some nuance and some context. And I think for this one, I think probably talking about season 14, it feels like a good space for us to cover that because I think we can all admit around this table it's been pretty tough.
it has.
We've taken a little bit of a battering, and it's tough. And I feel this is obviously going out at the end of November. I think we'll have those kind of shaky first moments of season 14. We'll have ironed those out, and we'll be kind of hopefully hitting our stride. But it's been pretty tough. It's been pretty tough for my team on the end of kind of player frustrations, which are absolutely and totally valid. But I think we've made some really tough
There we go. Now it's
decisions, I
React
think,
content.
to make sure that fundamentally we're prioritising the retail experience of the game, even if that kind of compromises our release schedule, which is fun.
Why does she care at all about the release schedule if she's in charge of communications and community?
Fundamentally been the case, right?
Just going to say, I think speaking openly, the community don't need us to reiterate, you know, people that make the game and we have feelings, but like that, I think is kind of separate to, you know, how people feel when the game that they love isn't working correctly.
Ooh, okay. So Mike here, he touches on a good point. He says the people that develop the game are people and have feelings, so you shouldn't dehumanize them. Anyway, so the phrase Crudmaster and Crud can't be uttered in the Sea of Thieves Twitch channel or in their Discord. For no particular reason other than dehumanization of another human. So I'm sorry, Mike, but I don't feel bad for you or the people in your dev team that choose to represent themselves online. If people say, "Hey, this specific person is shit," because you are doing your team are doing their best to say, "Hey, this person is shit," all because of your own personal internal politics and disagreements about how certain people play the game and who they play with. So cry about that more. Sorry that you have people going, on Twitter, people tag me and they say it's my fault. Don't give a fuck, bro. It's 100% personal with every person in your company, unfortunately. So don't get upset about dehumanization. They learned it from you.
And the content that
Womp cry about it? Exactly.
We've extolled the virtues of.
Can we censor sort dev names from now on? If they wanted that, they had the ability to do that. But no, they all chose to present their face and say, "Hi, I'm this person. I represent this." And so people are going to go, "Oh, that's the person who said they do this. So if this is bad, I'm going to say it's their fault." And they're getting upset about it. Maybe you should look at people who play the game the same way then.
Hasn't landed the way we intended. And I think it's easy for me to say that all of this comes from...
They can dish it out but can't take it. Yep. They're saying, "Please be nice to me." We won't be nice to you, though, because you play a video game in a way we don't 100% agree with. Not cheating or anything, but you just, you know, I don't like that Crud fella. You know, he plays with Feb, mate, and he was banned. And, you know, we don't ban him anymore, but, like, he was banned, mate. And, you know, like, Crud, like, I know there's, like, 20 partners that say he's a nice guy, but, like, you seen Tamas on Twitter, mate? He had to block him, mate. He never said anything to him, but he had to block him, mate. Oh, better not let him say Crud in this tavern. Don't want him finding out about a streamer who's making better content than half our fucking partners. Don't want to bring attention to the person who's getting more people into the game than we are ourselves.
From the place of...
20 partners say he's a nice guy. I can name like 7, not 20.
We want our game to feel
But it's all about exaggeration.
Vibrant, that it's always changing. There's things to be excited for. Sea of Thieves is the place to play all your pirate adventures, but that kind of goes out the window a little bit when the game's just not working correctly.
That it's been like that for over a year, bro. Hot take, I don't want to start changing. Well, the good news is they can't change it. I got yelled at today because we didn't have Black Friday sales. I work at a supermarket.
So I think it's come from that place of always wanting to update the game and add exciting things, but the foundation on which we are adding things
real.
Thank you.
is shaky, to be honest.
Shaky.
And I think the integrity of that game experience when you play Sea of Thieves, we want it to be as stable as possible. So yeah, there's definitely some. Well, there's definitely
So we've chosen to continue supporting the Xbox One.
a lot to reflect on with the launch of season
Better content is debatable. We just are lobotomites.
14. It's been
And just to sort of recap then, so Drew, do you want to take us back to day 1 of season 14? What actually happened there, and what was the issue that prevented us from releasing several features into the build?
Will this be another 2-hour-long, 30-minute podcast reaction?
Hey, I've never done a 2-hour-long 30-minute podcast reaction. Hang on, let me answer the question that he's asking, Drew. Let's have a listen.
And what was the issue that prevented us from releasing several features into the build?
Well, what actually happened was on the insider forums, they were leaving feedback, and we didn't realize that that was real people leaving feedback. We just thought that was a forum where people discussed things. And so we spent months ignoring that feedback because we thought that wouldn't be pertinent to the game. Instead, we were listening to things like, how can we put more insane people in our community spotlight? How could we promote sexual deviancy to our young audience instead of reading the feedback on the game? I couldn't find the feedback.
So yeah, I think it can be
God blimey, we done fucked up the bloody pirate game. Yep.
broadly summarised that we struggled.
Wait,
with
hang on 1 second. Let me grab something. Let me grab something. Where is that? What is that considered? 1 second.
Plug.
There we go. Now we're all part of the video. How's that? Is that good, everyone? Now we're all part of the video.
To control for season 14 as a broad statement, and I think I reflect on the need to be delivering content regularly for us to commit to our season dates.
Ooh, committing to the season day. It's hard to do things in 3 months. Now, no one will remember this, but there was there was a post on Twitter a while back. I believe it was around when season 9. No, it was when season 9 got delayed a bunch, and everyone was tweeting about it because they're like, "What the fuck?" And Mixel made a tweet, and some dude, I can't even remember who it was, some dick rider was like defending Rare, and I had a post in there. I was like, you know, they have this seasonal model that they're trying to keep up with, and they're failing it because, you know, sometimes it's hard to do stuff within 3 months. And this dick rider goes, "Since when did a season for Sea of Thieves, when was it agreed that it would be 3 months long?" And I was like, it's in the name, season. A season goes for 3 months, so it's safe to assume that a season will be roughly 3 months long. And then he goes to me, "Were you in the room when they agreed upon that? You don't know these things, bro." And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. And I wish I could find that post, but it'd be so hard to find it now. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to find it. But yeah, it was just really fucking funny. Bro doesn't understand real seasons. Yeah, it was really fun because I wasn't even being an asshole to him. I was like, no, seasons are 3 months first of all, in every game. Second of all, that's what a season is. It's 3 months. And like, it was just so fucking stupid. I want that little gator cunt crucified. He messed up the park. They stopped calling it season because the updates are bland. Yeah. But yeah, I'll one day I'll go and find that post again to show you. But it was just really funny because, like, yeah, this has been probably a big part of the problem with the game, though, is trying to keep it up with the seasonal model. Moose hasn't posted as much. I can look for it. Yeah, but this was back when season 9 got delayed. So this was like last year, probably fucking June, July. It's been 3 years since Stranger Things 4 by the time season 5 maybe comes out. Really?
And in the past, we would have continued to ship those features and strive for quality and strive to get fixes in. I think we tried to do that as part of season 14, but what it resulted in was us assessing very late in the day that there was a couple of key features that just weren't up to quality bar. And we
What about the feature that you admitted you forgot to test?
unfortunately had to make those decisions way too late. Like, that is a challenge of quality control that we just didn't spot those things until too late. And we had to make the decision around.
We spotted them though really early.
And we made the decision around traps. We made the decision around disguises, around crouching and hanging from ledges.
Sounds like he's about to cry. They all sound like they're about to cry. He's got 2 drinks here. He's got his water and he's got his monster.
To ship the build. I think it was an incredibly painful decision, but the right one to pause those features and give us the time to go and fix them up. I know that was difficult for us for the.
I think the worst thing about this whole season 14 situation is it's all completely being silent. It's all silencing the fact that, and I know I've said this 100 times, it's all silencing the fact that feature complete, this is such a dog shit season. Like, yes, there was a lot of troubles, but I'm happy to concede those troubles, but season 14 as a whole is not a good season of content for the game. If it all released as one package, and it was now the 30th of November with everything being released on release, we would be saying, wow, SOD just has nothing to do anymore again. We can waddle. Oh, not up to the waddling yet. Unless I went past it. This just reminds me of the video is Fortnite overrated. Yeah. Why is the guy next to Drew having his eyes dart around? Because he's like, every person Mike looks at, he's also looking through them at their paycheck. Bro, stop complaining. Stop made you. Nah. Animal Crossing made me. Those who know. Hang on. Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing duplication trick only copies 2x1 items. Here's a new video of an Animal Crossing duplication trick discovered by Crud. Huh. And this video here, which I deleted was up to 50k views, and then Nintendo copyright struck me because it was a video on how to duplicate items in Animal Crossing. Yeah, no, the real knowers know that Animal Crossing made me. So fucking pipe down, Nessie.
Team for our players, it was a difficult decision to go make, but I think we're reflecting on what is the most.
It's actually huge. Yeah, go into the Animal Crossing official Discord, type free crud, and get instantly banned. Still happens to this day.
Urgent priority for us,
Yeah.
and prioritizing the player experience and holding our hands up and saying, "Hey, this feature isn't ready," and holding that
Nessie, I have 12 hard solos, by the way, here.
feature back when it's the right decision is going to be tough, and it's going to be.
What's up, Biscuit Muncher?
Probably haven't.
Why does the AC Discord hate you? So the Discord doesn't hate me. What happened was I discovered the glitch, and glitches are allowed in the Animal Crossing Discord. I discovered the glitch. There was a channel which was called it was called like the glitches channel, and then there was unrestricted trade channel, which was for trading like glitched items, because people always had the fear that glitched items in Animal Crossing would like corrupt your file, which they didn't. And so I spent like 2 weeks in there assisting people with the duplication glitch. We actually learned how to duplicate more than just the 2x2s. We were duplicating every item in the game, which was cool. And some of my like little followers that I gained from there made a channel called Unrestricted Crud, like an actual Discord channel. And someone was like, "Hey Crud, where can we catch you once this is patched?" And I said, "Oh, just over here in Unrestricted Crud." And I linked the Discord, and linking a Discord in the Animal Crossing Discord is an instant fucking permaban with no appeal. So yeah, that was really funny. And then all my friends that were still in there were like, "Look, everyone's freaking out trying to get you to help and you're just not there." I'm like, heh. And so then a bunch of my mates went in there and they kept typing free crud, and that kept getting everyone banned. The OG Discred, yeah. Yeah, so they don't hate me there. Just too many people spam free crud, and also yeah, I got an instant ban for the linking a Discord channel. Which is funny because it's like there was a bot that could just auto delete Discord links. And also they use this bee sting method because in the game you get stung by wasps, but it used to be bees, and it's like, oh, you got 25 bee stings. That's an instant ban. And they never listened to my appeal, which was annoying. Yeah, I was friends with the mod as well, and she's like, "No, I can't even get you out back in from the appeals." I was like, "Fuck." Yeah.
Exercised in a little while.
No.
Dude, me right here.
And speaking absolutely honest to players, I think similar seasons have gone a similar way before. And honestly, because of last minute fixes or the actual impact in the game hasn't been that broad in a negative sense, we've got away with it. But I think it's almost like season 14.
Your account was banned, or you in the server? No, I'm still in the server. Oh no, I was banned from the server.
All the chickens came home to roost. And that kind of Hail Mary fixes we didn't.
Can you just make Animal Crossing 2 and ban into free Discord server?
Get
Maybe.
them in time, so we had to make the difficult decision, as Drew says, to turn these things off.
There's always a flurry of activity in the last few days before any release, as we try and cram in qualities, we try and polish everything up as...
All right, so we're 8 minutes in. Here's my question. Is this whole podcast just going to be them recapping the situation and then saying like, and we're going to try to like make sure in the future this doesn't happen? Is that all this is? Because they've already done that like 3 fucking times. They've done 2 state of plays, and they've already done 1 video where they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, it all fucking didn't work." Is that all this video is? It's just them saying the exact same empty fucking statements they've already said this season? Probably,
as
yes.
much as we can, but ultimately...
What's them up to? Weekend, so he's away.
And you get you do get the signals early, don't you? You get the signals that, well, we know that, looking at the roadmap, Traps is going to land in a state where we can review it and assess the quality quite late in the day. And we might know that halfway through the season. The last thing we want to do is go, well, that's it then, cut Traps. But we've already got excited about Traps. We know our players are going to love them. So we go, oh, it'll be all right. And...
Do you reckon old mate Andrew was upset that they cut out the dart that makes sound effects? Remember the 2024 preview when he's like, you could have this dart and you could sneak up on the ship and shoot it at the anchor, a capstan, and make an anchor noise. Do you reckon he was upset about that? Like they're talking here how they didn't want to cut Traps last minute. As a Saltway, sadly, yeah. Not doing anything, just saying that they'll do something. We're putting together a dedicated team. This is a podcast or actual development of the game. This is just people pretending. This is This is called a pity party begging for empathy. Right before we had Mike saying, oh, you know, I don't like the dehumanization of the devs. We will continue dehumanizing all the streamers of the game that aren't partnered with us, though.
Sometimes it's just not all right.
I think to that point, sometimes the cat's out of the bag with our insiders, and they're like, "This is wicked. This is amazing." And you're like, "Oh, we can't take it off you now."
Yeah, this is it.
You know, we've made some decisions like that similarly. I can't remember if we've talked about this publicly, but the grapple gun.
Yes.
Obviously, the grapple gun was supposed to land a little bit earlier than where it did land.
Yes.
Pity potty.
And that was to make sure that we had the kind of right nuance and kind of right balancing for that to land right. That was supposed to be a season or two before. If I'm,
it was. The grapple gun was intended as part of that tools focus of season 12.
That's insane. They wanted to do it in season 12. What was season 12? It was just the new weapons, right? Was there actually anything else? That's crazy. That's crazy. They wanted to do it in season 12. What the fuck would they have done this season? Just a blowpipe? Season 12 was just new weapons? Yeah. Is video audio kind of quiet for anyone else? Yeah, I'll turn it up a little bit. Dude, season 12 grapple gun would have been funny, because then by now we'd have probably a good grapple gun. All I'm picturing is a Sandbox kit. We're sorry. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this they start talking about the fucking Emporium and what's coming next.
It didn't go all the way to the end, but it got about halfway through, and we thought, we're not going to have anywhere near the amount of time. It was so far out that we thought, we still want to do it, but let's save it for a future season.
And you're John way and boring now. Has they treated you to behold and to ready just the issues yet? Or is it just we messed up?
What the fuck? I know.
Adam, Crunt, could you pretty please play Regretivator next, Crude Fist?
Thank you for the bits.
Crudstone Smiler Zoom.
Maybe. So far it's just them repeating the things that they've already said. This is all nothing so far. Actually, they look like their family's been held at gunpoint if they don't do this podcast. I played solo in Hourglass in a while, won my first 7, then sang to someone named Juggalo Antifa. Why do they sound familiar? Dude, Juggalo Antifa is a great name.
Season became season 14.
Also allowed us to take on a lot more feedback from the insiders as well.
Yep.
Which was...
So, okay. They say that the grapple gun was supposed to be in season 12. It was halfway complete. And so because of that... what? This is not true. I'm sorry.
Too far out that we thought, we still want to do it, but let's save it for a future season.
This is just lying.
Season 14.
Also allowed us to take on a lot more feedback from the insiders as well, which was invaluable for that weapon.
Is he implying that they tested the grapple gun for longer than a normal 4 months? Dog, you are just lying, bro. You are not telling the truth, my man.
And obviously, so it was a bit of a rocky start then for season 14.
A bit of a rocky start. It never started till like last week. Thought they removed people's insider feedback? Well, that's apparently what they do. It's going on that one guy's glasses. Oh, he's so quirky with his glasses. You just know everyone always has a bit of a laugh. Yeah, they just go, oh, that's funny, mate. You got the funny glasses again.
Me, when I lie, I'm a fibber. I love telling untruths.
Real.
Christina, what was the sort of general reaction from the community?
I mean, it may not surprise you to learn. It was mixed.
Yeah.
And I think for just full disclosure, like full credit to the teams internally, especially my team who managed messaging this. It's really tough to just go out there and be like, sorry guys, all that stuff we promised you about 4 days ago in that really great video, that's not going to land. So we have to obviously message it in the most honest and best way.
That's cool, because what really happened was anyone who lives in reality went into the Sea of Thieves Discord and said, are they really not including these features? And then they had their comment deleted and they got timed out. It was poorly managed, because the team that you're in charge of, the community and communications team, instead of receiving any kind of non-positive, not even mixed thing, that gets deleted. Forum posts were deleted, Discord messages were deleted, people on Twitter were blocked, Twitter responses were hidden. No, you just kind of pretended nothing was happening, and if someone said anything negative...
Adam, Grebo fleebed parched AJ have 5 days to live Pwickle.
If anyone said anything negative, you would do your best to remove them, to, I don't know what the word is here, to do a little bit of revisionist history. And then also, I guess I wonder would the Discord mods be under her control? Because then we had people like everyone's favorite complete loser, Tamas, saying gamers fucking overreact over everything, instead of saying nothing or saying, yeah, it is unfortunate what's happening. Instead, he blamed us, the people playing, for the season being bad, and not the people developing it. So no, your team did really bad. What about the red guys? Yeah, channels were copyrighted. I don't know about that. But yeah, no. So you just lying in front of your boss.
We could, and then deal with the frustration. I think might too.
Deal with the frustration is hitting the delete button on every single message about it, except for ones that were kind of like, oh, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't mind because I'm going to be so distracted doing all the new commendations.
Your point, some of that's super valid
So
frustration.
public relations is beyond hopeless. Unironically, every person that works beneath this person should be fired. Maybe her, I don't know, but everyone that she's in charge of is everyone that we're aware of. I'm sorry, I'm sure there's people that actually do it properly. You know, benefit of the doubt for the British. Everyone that we're aware, everyone that has a public visible appearance within the community and comms team, for the most part, has done nothing but embarrass themselves. Like, no one looks at post by Tamas, post by Shira, and goes, huh, they're all right. It's never anything positive. And that's because the perception they have led to everyone having of them is that way because that's how they should be perceived. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. I've worked in an office before. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. The ones who do it so poorly are the ones that stand out so much. Well, that's the thing, right? There's a shitload of mods in the Salt Reddit, Salt Discord. Fuck it, probably the Salt Reddit. Never see them, never hear from them. They just do their job. That's great. But the ones who want their name out there, for some reason, no one has a favorite one, right? The only, like, favorite face of this company currently that people have is Drew. Because he's honest. He does read lies out, but it's from a script, so it's not his fault. But at least, you know, you see him tweet and he'll be like, oh. Like, yeah, no, it's dishonesty.
Right, they're not getting the tools that they were promised, or the game isn't working as we intended. It doesn't excuse some of the not very nice words that are used sometimes in some of our social spaces. But
oh, there was nasty words. Someone said this season fucking sucks, instead of saying this season isn't doing too well, and that really upset everyone. Oh, someone said season 14 bad. Oh, and someone said this is fucked. Every other game I play doesn't look like this. And that really hurt, dude. They were really mean the way they said the fuck word. Drew just got chill vibes. Yeah, Drew just does his job.
So certainly the source of that frustration, we felt it ourselves, as fans of the game and as players and as teams.
Oh, but see, there's someone directly under you, known as Tamas, who his reaction was saying gamers exaggerate everything. So I don't think you're being very truthful here when you say that your team handled it fine and they are too fans of the game, because they hate the people that play the game.
Team members, that this is not how you want something that you've poured a load of love into to land, especially when, sentiment about the features before they launched was so positive.
Yeah. Oh, they weren't actually. So sentiment about the grapple gun was that it was going to break the game, and this was from the people that don't do PvP. So the majority of people were actually really upset about the grapple gun. The idea of traps, people were very upset about the idea of traps. The idea of the blow dart, no one knew what the fuck it was. Sneaking, no one was really positive about it, other than the idea of goofy antics, because everyone already realized there was nothing you could do in there. Oh shit, you might have actually found the tweet. Yeah, no, people weren't so positive about it. The internal team were.
Everyone was incredibly excited about
the skeletons out somewhere. We know right now what should I do.
Kind of season 14 content update video was, I think, one of the most watched that we've had in recent times, because people were just like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
So for it to then land the way it did is really hard. I think there are a lot of expectations that we missed, and hopefully we're on.
See, I'm gonna say it again. Anyone smart quickly realized these features have nowhere to be applied to. No one, like, I obviously, you know, saying no one is excited isn't true, but the majority of people who actually have played this game more than 5 hours were not excited, because They realized you can't do none of these features do anything. Crouching is useless, disguising is useless, other than like Hitbo making a video. Grapple gun, before release, before we knew it was shit, we all thought, oh wow, that's just a free board. Traps, everyone thought, oh cool, you can put a shitload of traps on your boat and that'll be annoying. You're excited for the Mimic Dart? Well, they didn't announce it though. The Mimic Dart was kept a secret, so you didn't know about that, other than from Insider. So, no, I'm sorry, it's not safe to say everyone was so excited. Most people were like, eh. Alright, now, I think... Oh, Nerd Propellant has fucking made his account private. So, wait, no. Wait, who's Cotton responding to here? Is it Nerd Propellant or not? No. Okay, well, someone in here has gone private. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. So, earlier, I was talking about how during Season 9 delays, there was a guy who got really upset when I said seasons are 3 months because that's how long a season is. And he said, were you there? So, this is a really long thread. But anyway, I go... So Mixel's wife says, so what you're saying is live service games should not be expected to provide updates because they've been doing it for 5 years already. Right. And I go, this is a point I've been making a lot. A live service game should live and breathe alongside the player. When there's no new substantial content, it stops living. It's not entitlement to expect a constant flow of content. It's literally the design of a live service model. So I'm just here stating that. So this, and funny enough, hearing this now, and this was in 2023, like over a year ago. All I'm saying here is the point of a live service game is that it's a, you know, for lack of a better phrase, living and breathing product that, you know, as time passes, the game keeps going. Destiny 2 is a dog shit game, but look at Destiny 2. Warframe. All those games, they just keep going. Anyway, the world's stupidest person says... demanding new content on your own favored timeline into perpetuity is indeed entitlement. The biz model here is to get gamers to spend money in the game on cosmetics. If you don't like the cosmetics on offer, you don't buy them. You're only entitled to what you pay for. So this is the...
Really emphasizing the nerd in Nerd Propellant.
The irony of having an AI art of a fucking nerd brain explosion nuke as your fucking display picture... So I say, it's not my own favored timeline. When the devs themselves agreed to 3-month seasons, I'm entitled for expecting each season to only be an IRL season long and have substantial content. Games as a service has been a bad change in gaming, and this is another example why. And then, pushing his glasses back up his nose, he goes, you say agreed as if you took part in some negotiation. That was their plan. Game dev is hard, and plans change for the betterment of the industry. Betterment of the end result. SOT is lauded as one of the best examples of games as a service in the industry, by the way. It's great and the only one I engage with. Your mileage may vary, which that's a Reddit term. If you use that term, go back to Reddit. And I don't think I responded beyond this point because that was just the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. You know, you've left this conversation. This dude thinks me saying a season goes for 3 months is like, you say agreed as if they took part in some negotiation. It's like, no, they said we're doing seasons and a season is 3 months. And so I am entitled because I believe a season should be 3 months. Isn't EULA a form of contract / negotiation? But, you know, your mileage may vary, I guess. Godzilla and the Fortnite video leaked and they didn't get a license for the Raw? Yeah. I don't think this person likes you. I don't think anyone likes this person, so... No. That guy with me too, such a dumbass. So funnily enough, Mixel, which I'm going to leak it, he probably wouldn't like me leaking it. This guy sells, and this is why it's really funny to see this guy like freaking out over SOT potential. Because last year when Season 9 got delayed, everyone was like freaking out about it. They're like, oh no. He makes SOT content, like he has an Etsy store where he makes SOT things. So this is why he cares so much about SOT doing well, is because it's his job, which was funny. Anyway, so Mixel told me that he actually had purchased a cursed cannonball from this guy, and it came broken, and the guy didn't refund him. And so that was funny. Anyway, moving on.
On our way, on our path to kind of clawing back some of that kind of like, I guess, kind of enjoyment of Sea of Thieves and kind of the... Oh,
I'd love for you to claw back the enjoyment, please. Please. How's Crud Rant Day? It's good. How many false promises is it going to take before people realize maybe it's time to stop defending Rant, at least support a better method for releasing content? No, that's the thing, right? Like, the problem is, I mean, I'd like to say I'm reasonable, but obviously I'm exaggerating for, you know, entertainment purposes. But on one side, you've got complete dick riders, and then the other side is considered full hatred. There's no in-between, apparently. I love SOT. It's my most played game. I've spent a shitload of money on it. You know, 4,200 hours, 230 hours on Insider. I play the fuck out of it. I love the game. It's in a bad state right now, but I'm going to keep playing that slop. But because I'm open to criticizing it like I am right now, apparently my opinion doesn't matter. But then the only other opinions you see is everything is perfect in the game. Everything is the best. This is the best game. Nothing could go wrong. Anyone who doesn't like it should fuck off. And that's the problem, is you need like moderation. It's fucked. German was hiding without getting red and being able to be skillful by practicing quick swapping. Yep. So when I have a bit of fun with the game, and I do want to do well, but I do want to do well is really not. No, I'd love for the game to do well. They refuse to listen to the actual good ideas. The fucking game dev is hard, and I'm sure they tried their best. Take is so frustrating. Yeah, like people use game dev is hard as a crutch to defend any kind of bad thing about any game because it's not really a quantifiable metric. It's like, of course, game dev is hard, but you know, like fucking getting out of bed every morning is hard. It doesn't mean like, you know, it doesn't mean every time someone goes to develop a feature in a video game, it's a fucking torture fest where they only get it to work in the last minute. Apparently that is how it is with Rare, but, you know, game dev is hard, but it doesn't mean it's not fun or, like, you know, satisfying. I never support directly harassing devs or community managers, but I feel like even making one small comment about an objectively bad decision gets you painted as a villain who's trying to piss people off and complain. No, that's exactly... So that's what I was talking about. At the start, Mike talks about how, like, you know, people were, like, harassing devs and shit, which is obviously a just dickhead move. And I said, on the same kind of the side of the coin, you know, if you're mad about people dehumanizing your devs, you need to have your community, like the community managers, stop dehumanizing people who play the game and criticize it. I've never done anything wrong in this game. I've played the game. I've never cheated. I've never been banned. I just do it normally. Exploits, no other game bans for exploits, and also I barely use them anyway. And you can't say my name in any of their official channels anymore because I play with Theb. That is dehumanization. That is, I'm not going to say censorship. I'm going to say suppression. That's an attempt to stunt creator growth. And now to jack my own dick off. Compared to some of the people, especially in their Discord, I would say I do more positive work for the game than them. Some of these community managers who no one has a good thing to say about, they actively harm the game. It is censorship. No, censorship gets into this whole weird angle of like, oh, it's fucking communist China. It's just like the weird self-imposed community rules that they have based on who a person is, based on their emotions and their opinions, is a really shitty way to manage a community. And it's why so many people will be like, oh, that guy's an asshole. And it's like, what did he do? It's like, oh, he said the game wasn't in a good state. It's like, oh, okay. Like, I am thankful there's a lot of people within the game, like, and also even in the partner community that I'm good friends with, and they realize, yeah, it's just a fucking game, by the way. So, like, that doesn't mean I should be some kind of fucking pariah. Like, I'm really good friends with Toxie, and, you know, you would expect that, you know, someone in her position as a partner and stuff would be like, oh no, I can't talk to Crud. He does the exploit, he played with the bad guy. It's like, no, she realizes like, no, it's just a guy playing a game. Emotions never mix with business unless you work at Rare, and that's the two ingredients. You've got business and you've got emotions, and you stir them together. Catering to those people easily creates an echo chamber. It does. I can bond with any other partner streamers who play SOT because it always feels so fake. You and Theb encouraged me to play the game way more because of the fact you both play realistically, which I love. Yeah. And the funny thing is, any other video game with this situation would embrace this kind of thing instead of fearing it. Devs are getting paid really good. The company collaborated with Disney. There should be more than enough funds to run the barn for years, but they cannot deliver creative, fun updates and integrations. Well, that comes down to them not listening.
So it was particularly, like, I think a little bit devastating for me for disguises, because in like the day they were live, the amount of ridiculously dorky,
it was great, wasn't
adorable
it?
clips of just like little chests waddling around. I was like,
so
this is a bit like, like I never even.
And that right there is why this game fucking sucks. This is the development team looking at season 14.
Because in like the day they were live, the amount of ridiculously dorky,
it was great,
adorable
wasn't it?
clips of just like little chests waddling around. I was like,
so
this is a bit like, like I never even thought, you know, when you sit and watch it and review, oh, cool, someone's going to use that for hiding. Think of all the use cases. You don't just think about a full crew just waddling around his chest.
A full crew waddling around his chest was exactly what the devs of this game needed to encourage themselves that this was a good update. A season where there's a bunch of features that have no actual application. There's no new major content where these features can be utilized. But, oh hey, 4 people waddling as a chest? Nah, that justifies the 6 months of creating a season that failed to launch and then is still incomplete, and at the point of completion will be still lacking content. Like, I don't know.
They're avoiding the problem more than I avoid my taxes.
Real.
And the kind of comedy value of that. So, yeah, no, obviously the disguises will have been live, I think, for a couple of weeks now when this podcast comes out. So it'd be really nice to kind of see that kind of positive energy come back around season 14. But it's been really difficult, kind of on the front line of player frustrations. And
Quickstop was the best part of season 14. It was good, but we all knew it was going ASAP, so no one cared like to properly muscle memory it.
Kind of giving our players state of plays, whether it be on the forums. We've done a lot of explaining.
Everything in this update comes obsolete when you realize you can accomplish the same thing but 10 times better with the hide emote, with the free hide emote. Yeah, well that's the other thing is, and I said it before the season came out, there's no need to sneak anywhere because you can just run full speed and you make the same amount of noise, but you get there faster. And that's the thing. It's all about getting to and from the place as fast as possible. Holy shit, wait, is this Owlet's fucking boss? She most likely would be Owlet's boss, yes. All I'm saying is we have not been listening, but now we are. Genuinely, if they just straight up admitted that, if they said, we have not been listening, but now we will, I'd be so happy. Waddling chest. Oh, Rob's big belly. What the derp take my rank out. It is a chest on some noob's boat today, even though they hadn't had any treasure before, they didn't notice. Oh yeah, like, and that's the other thing I will say, I've said it a million times with this season, is nothing this season takes away from the game. Everything that they added is fine to have in the game, but the problem is they didn't add anything substantial to make the game more playable or replayable.
And hopefully kept people abreast of what's been going on, even though it might be not what they want to hear. So we've done our best.
Can't wait for you to tell us something we do want to hear.
It's a shame when going into this year, we made it, and we said it on a few occasions, panels, on our forums, that we wanted to make this year the year of Sandbox, some Sandbox refresh. And
then we showed off a grappling gun, which looked perfect for the Sandbox, and then we made it completely unusable.
And I think I myself, teasing that last year, like season 14 was very much in mind and what the feature set was. And internally, we often called it a classic Sea of Thieves update. This is all the things to drive those stories.
When the classic Sea of Thieves updates, like Cursed Sails and like things that added world events and lots of new things. Classic, mate. It's fucking classic, mate. They're really only good for getting on ladders. That's all they do. What up, Ragsy? This has been a good monthly update, not a whole season. Yep. Keep drinking, Drew. You need it. He's chugging that monster.
But at the same time,
how's he not burping? I always wonder with these podcasts and shit. It's like you got to do the real subtle burp where you blow it down, like you blow it downwards.
With what's happened, people are absolutely entitled to feel disappointed.
Oh, see, we're not entitled to feel disappointed because when we express that disappointment, the people from that woman on the other side of the table's team delete our expression, or they ban us, or they block us, or we get flagged as toxic. So unfortunately, Mike, that's where you're wrong. We aren't entitled to feel disappointed. You'd know if you'd ever had a look at the community of this game.
Paying customers financially.
Oh!
But also paying with their time.
Yes.
Like, I absolutely, we're all absolutely gutted by the situation. But we're in a better place now, and we just...
You're not really in a better place. No, you're in the same place you were.
Need to ensure that the quality of the actual... the build live is the focus.
Well, yeah.
I remember when Drew said that was the focus. The quality of the builds was the focus before the season's launch, and then they didn't do that. Imagine you sitting at the table with these rebuttals. Well, that's the thing, right? They would never engage a community member. They would only ever engage, like, if anything, a partner legend. And obviously, in a proper format, I would be more professional. But hey, the name of the channel is Crud.
Speaking of that, it's like, obviously, Drew, you've spoken a little bit about this in some of the other
blunt rotation.
What are we kind of doing now? What's been put in place to sort of prevent something like
Oh,
that
what have you
season
put in
14
place?
happening again?
Here we go. Let's hear what is going to stop season 14. Oh, well, season 15 from being another season 14.
There's some short-term things that we're doing, which is, hey,
We've opened up the insider thread on our computers.
we've got well, by the time this goes out, we'll have already delivered our November update, so we'll be heading for our December update. So
Is there a point in being professional? They never are. I mean, that is also a good point. Podcast equipment needs to be more expensive. What would it be like to work as a red dev? I'm going to go ahead and not apply to jump in whatever chaos goes on in their sprints. Yeah. Like, are they sailed with Summit and Summit spawn camp some noobs for subs? Yeah, because that's the normal way a game would be played. If you have the ability to do something in a game, you will do it. That's what I say. That's what I mean when I say there's this weird, like, community-based, emotion-based set of rules that people have to stick to. And when someone who's an outsider, not that Summit's an outsider, like he's an OG to SOT, but like someone who plays other video games comes in, and then they get like shat on, not in-game, but outside of game, because they thought, oh, this is a sandbox game. I'm allowed to kill someone. Like, if I go into open crew and I blunder bomb the guy in my open crew, why would I get in trouble for that? The game lets me do that. Had a guy try to report me for killing him in the PL hideout today? Yeah, no. So that's the problem. We have this weird hall monitor attitude in a lot of the people who play the game now. And it's really upsetting. Like, when the PlayStation version of the game launched, remember how, like, everyone was like, yeah, PlayStation players are ruthless. They use way more slurs, which obviously is not a good thing. But, like, you know, they also try to kill you and, like, you know, they sink you and they're like, yeah, fucking sank you, bro. And it's toxic. It's like, that's not toxic. That's like playful shit talk that would happen in a game like this. But, you know, no. There's this weird, not a cult, but there's this weird, like, group think idea you have to have. My face when I make an open world sandbox game, you can do anything and people choose to do anything they want. Exactly. It's banter as long as it's not abusive. No, that's what I mean. Yeah, like, banter. You can't even banter in this game anymore or you're considered toxic. Like, it's crazy. Like, in the video with Theb recently where we fight those idiots who are being stupid, like, I'm being mean to them because they're stupid. And that shouldn't be a problem. Someone probably sees that as a problem. Like, oh, well, you didn't have to say that. It's like, yeah, but it's a fucking game, dude. Isn't the point to shit talking a pirate game? It used to be. I was watching, this was like months ago, I was watching Siggy stream, and he brought in, like, I think it was a friend of his who either used to play or who had watched him play. It was like an IRL. And it was really funny because, like, you know, they're sinking a boat and his friends on the megaphone go like, yeah, you fucking got sunk, you suck. And, you know, Siggy's laughing it off. And it's just like, if that guy was a name in the community, everyone would be like, that was really fucked up. You shouldn't have been telling him he sucks when you sunk him. But it's like, no, I'm excited. You know, I'm playing a game. I sank someone. I'm excited. Hell, I don't have the clip anymore, but... So I do have it on my YouTube channel. There is my first ever sync that I ever got. I used to have other clips around then when me and my IRLs after that, we'd sank people. And I remember one of the first things we did, one of my friends, he's doing the no, hey, goodbye, when we sank someone. And it's just like, that shouldn't be a problem. Obviously, if it's a personal thing, like, you know, if, say, Sponge and Nessie fight someone in the hourglass and they get sank and then they, like, purposefully are goading them, that's a little different. But if I encounter someone in adventure and I sink them and they tried to fight back and, you know, I should be allowed to be like, aha, you have sunk to the bottom of the sea, you scallywag. But if you do that a little too much, people are going to say you're a toxic guy. First thing video is so awesome. It's good. It's so funny. I was clipped by Siggy once with the title being Epic 4 to the Damn Still, but you can hear me and my mate giggling saying just take it at the end. Always find that funny. Sure, no crowd a month ago, I messaged you about the stream that reported me for spawn camp when we killed him 3 times, sunk him, and went on a report mission for an hour just to report me. Yes, I do remember that. There's a kid I play with every now and then because I feel bad because he has toxic friends. And he does exactly what the game gives him because he doesn't interact with the community. Yeah, so if you're disconnected from the community, you don't know all these weird fucking rules that the game has. Well, the game doesn't have, that the community expect you. And that's why a lot of people get driven away from this game because they're like, yeah, I just wanted to have a little goofy fun, but then everyone was fucking upset that I dared fucking use a curse ball. What's his first sync video? Here we go. It's this. This is the first sync video. I'll link it in chat. It's called First Sync Ever, 9th of June, 2021. And it's me and my housemate. Oh, yes. This is going to be lined up perfectly in a couple seconds. All right, let's just watch it. Oh, come on.
Try to hit his mast if you can.
Yeah. It's still just off. Wait, I can harpoon him.
Harpoon.
Yep, he's harpooned.
Sweet.
You know what? He's... Yes!
Alright, I'm bored.
Is there anyone on the other boat? No, there is. There was one guy, and I think he leaves.
No longer harpooned.
I think he leaves at some point.
And I'm way behind the fucking ship now.
He's harpooned again?
Yeah, I'm nowhere near the ship.
Oh, fuck.
Going too fast.
Look at me go! What am I doing? I think he's gone at this point. So it's us fighting an empty ship.
Fuck, where's the mermaid?
Firebomb meta. Oh, definitely, dude. I was a new player. Firebomb was the best thing. Gameplay looks oddly similar. Nah, he hit a chain though. Shit, he's behind us now. The harpoon's broken off. Fuck. Look at this. I don't even... We're as hard right as we can go. I don't even know what I'm doing. Ship.
We can try and pop a handbrake turn with the anchor or the harpoon. Or... Actually, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
There we go.
As hard right as we can go.
It's time to start raising it again. Get on the wheel.
Nice. Oh, yep. Oh, that was when I had my old username before I changed it, because it's fucking subgolfer there. Changed it to femcrud. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this shit. This bit. Hang on.
There we go. And now it's time to start raising it again.
Yeah, you gotta start raising in. Get on the wheel. Yep. I don't know what he wants me to do on the wheel, so I'm just sitting there. Oh, look at this ship. He's in shambles.
Alright.
Yeah, so the guy has already left at this point. You look back at this video and think about where it went all wrong. I missed this. I missed the feeling of this. Oh, Butte. Oh, shit, we might hit him.
That's fine.
Do you want to harpoon him? What is this? Dude, my helming genuinely hasn't changed one bit.
You gotta slow down when you get close to him. Hop off the wheel.
No, my housemate's just like, yeah, you got. What are you doing? You gotta get off the wheel. Nah, we're not even up to the best bit yet. Best bit's coming up. And look, achievement unlocked. Sank a ship. Oh shit, we are
sunk
fucking...
him.
Did we?
That's what the achievement thing said.
Oh, nice. I'm just repairing our hull because we are flooding. I did not realize. Did anyone notice it? Probably from all the crashing. Did anyone notice the funny thing on our boat? The buckets, the backsplash. Oh, we are pirates. Did anyone notice? Oh yeah, you totally can just throw water. We have a keg. Out the fucking grill. What am I doing? Can you see his ship sinking? Or? Oh, I love this fucking video so much. Oh, it's just gone? Yeah. Fuck yes. Pirates.
Alright.
Oh.
Do we need to go to get back?
How did I even get those buckets out? And then it lands back in. Yes! Pirates! Yeah, so that's the first sync ever. I'll link that again for anyone who wants to, I don't know, watch that again. Dude, the fucking keg reveal cracks me up. Just, I go down here to bucket.
Now.
I just go down here. You notice the skull on the stove? I thought the skull, yeah, we used to always put skulls there. Yeah, just go down here and there's just a keg right there. And the reason the keg was there, was because my housemate, he watched a shitload of videos before we played SOT. And he was like, all right, so you never want to put a keg in the crow's nest because people will always think there's one there and they'll always shoot at it. And so we purposefully put the keg at the actual worst fucking spot it could be. Oh, fucking hell. Where is this video from? It's from my channel. It's the first ever sync I've ever gotten. Gator Bro on the screen. Oh, shit, I forgot that was blocking the screen for you guys. Shit, I hope you can still see that. Yeah, so this was literally our first day on the seas, season 2, when I started playing, and that's why I've got that fucking awful blunder that like it glows in a way that makes it impossible to look at anything. Wow, look at my housemate's pirate. He's got a cool pirate. Oh, I don't even know why I showed that video.
Some short-term stuff, but the big changes are the mid-term things that are just going to take some time to put into place. For the short-term stuff, like there is just a general heightened focus across all of us in terms of quality control. That is
Okay, so everything he's saying here is just not real words. This is all empty.
from the teams working on the features to the leads that are reviewing progress to the production team that are trying to manage and keep on track and assessing what risks are coming through the features and making sure we can ship those features at quality. And
Cool, so everything he said there was just garbled mess. What up, Perd? Just tuning in what's happening? I don't even know, bro. Yeah, no, that entire word salad there, none of that, he could have not answered and it would have been the same.
But what are we kind of doing now? What's been
What are we doing? What has been put in place to prevent season 14 from happening again?
We've got by the time this goes out, we'll have already delivered our November update, so we'll be heading for our December
So what
update.
we've got
So there's
is...
some short-term stuff, but the big changes are the mid-term things that are just going to take some time to put into place. For the
Still hasn't said
short-term
anything.
stuff, like there is just a general heightened focus
Okay, so a heightened focus in quality, which they promised us 9 months ago.
across all of us in terms of quality control. That is from the teams working on the features to the leads that are reviewing progress to
So he's just saying that people are doing the jobs they should already be doing.
the production team that are trying to manage and keep on track and assessing what risks are coming through the features and making sure we can ship those features at quality.
Cool, so what he just said then was nothing. He literally, none of those words... no, Jesus, Merc. None of the words he said actually mean anything at all. He just said, this spot boring, move on to RDR2, send me 5 gift subs. There actually was an OP spot apart from crows between harpoons, put them straight up in the air, and they used to block cannonballs. Really? We never put them on the front because we thought people would snipe them.
And I think that is going to result in us making difficult decisions where we need to, of saying this feature for this release is just not ready. We're not going to take features late into the process or take fixes late. We're actually going to make pragmatic decisions a little bit more upfront.
Still no words. All he said now is we will try to make the updates work.
Those are going to be difficult, but they're going to be the right decisions.
I guess what you're saying, one of the if I can glean a positive from what's happened, is that season 14 has happened now.
Oh, not yet. No, Mimic Dart's not out yet.
So that factors into the decisions that we make.
Yeah. So that
Mike's is like, so what you're saying is that season 14 came out and we don't want that to happen again. And Drew's like, yeah.
think
Speaking about myself there, by the way, when I'm really pushing for a particular feature, I'm going to have that sobering thought as in, this is it, red alert. This is another season 14. Need to be careful.
Alongside
Define
the
pragmatic,
the
Drew,
pragmatic assessment of where we're at.
There it is
we've been
again.
trying to improve the flow of communication with insiders as well, of actually...
Oh, imagine having to admit that this late in development that you're now trying to improve insider communications.
I know there's been some...
This is the bit? Oh, yeah, it is. Hang on. You ever wonder how many times a week Drew has that am I in the wrong job moment? I think they genuinely have given Drew a pay rise. He definitely got a big bonus this year because he was the fall guy for all of these people's mistakes.
This is it, red alert.
Because he was the face of it.
Season 14. Need to be careful.
Alongside the pragmatic assessment of where we're at, we've been trying to improve the flow of communication with insiders as well. Of actually, I know there's been some like frustration about insiders saying, "Hey, we reported these types of issues," and I'll be honest, trying to navigate through the forums is a bit of a challenge when we're on the run towards a release, trying to pull together all of the information about.
Okay, so the reason that season 14 was so bad was because Drew couldn't find the right thread with the feedback saying these things don't work. The forums that they made confuse this man so much that they must have thought, oh, there's no feedback, so it must be good to go. Like, he has just said a big problem with Season 14 was the forums were really hard to read. What? Are you allowed to admit that? Like, that...
What is critical? As part of November's update, we did a little bit of an ad hoc process to kind of create a space that allowed insiders to target. This is a critical.
We don't want to listen, so we blame ourselves.
Experience issue. You should go and sit up and listen, and this is a thing that you should go fix.
So what he just said is he's created a thread on insiders for feedback separate to the existing feedback threads to say, hey, here's feedback. This doesn't work. What he's saying is there was too many threads on insiders with too much feedback, so he made a one thread for the feedback. What you've just moved everything from one box into a bigger box. That's not how you organize things. Is the actual ticket system just deprecated at this point? Oh, probably. I have officially given up on raising insider tickets. I have raised too many tickets that have not seen anything changed about them before release, to the point where it's like, I don't think it matters. Shove it all in the closet. Yeah. What are we watching? SOP podcast.
And pulled that outside of the normal, this is where you can talk about bugs and the general reporting flow. That was really helpful for November's update. We had a number of issues that were surfaced in there for the first time that we went, okay, Christ, we need to go jump on those.
Whoa, don't bring Christ into this.
Things. So I think just in general, improving the flow of communication.
Who's the guy talking? Drew Stevens.
November's update actually had longer time in internal test and with insiders than we would normally do. And we'll be following that up in December and onwards into future releases. So we are not just looking at short-term solves. We're definitely going, hey, Sea of Thieves, we've got to go and look at longer-term opportunities to improve how we work.
Yeah, just a bit.
Nice. And I guess part of that sort of longer-term focus...
Someone drew on his head, Stevens.
...on stuff like game health. That's kind of where you come in, James, as well.
Yes.
So you're obviously leading this team, and like, do you want to just
have a streak of toothpaste as a haircut? It's the only part that's not tattooed, so
give a bit of information about what you and your team are up to at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So for a long time on Sea of Thieves, we've basically had like the engine team and a lot of different gameplay teams going towards creating features or seasons.
I'm very excited. Hang on, I gotta drink water. I keep coughing. I'm very excited to hear about the engine. Tell us about the engine.
That have come out, but it's usually been up to those teams individually to effectively pay for the features they put into the game. So if you're going to spend some CPU, you've got to save it elsewhere. And the running joke is that we've been out of memory for 6 years. And like it's been a constant joke that we have to try and mine the memory mines to find something back to pay for the next feature.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. That's true. They admitted that, yeah, no, running joke is no, that they have literally admitted that. In the Sea of Thieves making of documentary, they say, hey, at release of the game, we have used all of the internal memory allocation. So every time we update something, we have to either compress something else, what's the other word? Like, not compress, like optimize something, or find a way to reallocate it. So this, what he's saying here is just it's not a joke, dude. Maybe that's why it's not happening. This isn't a joke. This is real, you idiot. This is a big part of why they had to remove Arena, because you couldn't implement a second map into the game.
So the game health team is basically set up to be a dedicated resource to try and address some of those issues. They're a bit of a catch-all team that can try and help out in many different places. So
emphasis on try. You mean how creative we get rid of support for fucking Xbox One, they can finally build up instead of having to cater to Xbox One place first. Yep, but our boy Mike over there has already said it would be a nightmare if we couldn't cater to Xbox One. It's similar to how multiple computer configurations work. Xbox One is just another type of system like that, which is not true at all. You know what? We'll go find it. We'll go find it. Fuck, what's it called? Burning questions, here we go. Let's see their opinion on the Xbox One.
Okay, so if you remember last time, we had a little round of yes or no. Essentially, we'd ask you questions.
Hang on,
You
this
could
isn't
only
the right
answer with
bit.
yes or no.
Okay.
So we're doing it again. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, just yes or no. You can't say maybe.
Sorry.
So
Xbox.
starting
Okay.
off, will we see Stitcher Jim again? If there's
6 ships in that world.
Here we go. Here it is.
There's a lot of debate in the community about the truth of this. Is there an element that you, when you design an update, you have to think about, we need to make this experience playable on previous generation consoles? Does that factor it in? Or is it a sense of the old consoles don't really limit your design at this time, so you're pretty much just doing what you want, really?
So what Blubber over here is actually saying is, does the Xbox One fuck up the development of the game?
Does that make sense if I explain that correctly?
You've explained it poorly.
No, you have. Like, is it a factor in filtering what we design? So that discussion, I can assure you, is not that kind of level of can we get this running on hardware is never part of discussions with the design team. I mean, from a design perspective, yes, there's limitations that we're aware of, which is the world is a certain size and there's 6 ships in that world.
So, the reason the map doesn't expand is because of Xbox One. The reason there's only 6 ships on a server, barely, is because of Xbox One.
Optimally. They're your limitations, but that's the play space that we're dealing with. Like, whether it runs at performance might be raised by engineers when we've designed everything and we're breaking it down and we're taking the team through it and we're getting work spun up. But yeah, from a creative perspective, I'd find that quite. I think I'd be horrified by that if that was filtering our ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a factor at all.
I suppose you have that element of sort of scaling. You've got ways you can scale things back on the older consoles to make it run, can't you? I assume, if there's ever an issue like that, it's not a case of, oh, well, we're just throwing out the whole update because it doesn't work on the Xbox One sort of thing.
I mean, if you think about Sea of Thieves, I mean, it's already, I think of the minimum PC spec, it's already running across a variety of different devices and configurations, and Xbox One, the original Xbox One hardware, is just another type of device and configuration of hardware.
Awful answer. Terrible answer. Xbox One came out fucking a decade ago. Oh, yep, because there's a million different things called Xbox One. Xbox One is a home video game console announced in 2013. It came out in 2013 and 2014. It is 2024, my guy. He says, "Oh, we can support number of different hardware configuration." Fuck me. Oh, I've just lost my spot. He's like, "We can support different hardware configurations, rah rah rah." Okay, you need Windows 10 at a bare minimum. So, that came out in 2015, which was 2 years after the Xbox One. So already that's wrong. Sorry, bro, but that is a dog shit reason to keep supporting an old console that's making the game worse. I've said this every time I've brought up that clip. I've said the same thing. Do a hardware survey of players of SOT. If the Xbox One player base is above fucking 3%, don't get rid of it. It won't be above 3%. Supposedly there is a massive amount of remaining Xbox One players. Yeah, supposedly, according to who? Show us the numbers, prove it. Mike Chapman when SOT can run on a game stick. Don't think they think about it all. The game's going to be able to run, period. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's just wrong. That's such a shit reason to let the game decay, is because you want to support a console that just is outdated. They shouldn't be supporting Windows 10 if Microsoft aren't. Yeah, no, that's also a good point. But fuck that.
And your team are up to at the moment.
Yeah, sure. So for a long time on Sea of Thieves, we've basically had
Okay, so yeah, it's a dumb joke, which is not actually a joke, it's just the truth.
Make Sea of Thieves.
I think Falcor or someone claimed that a SOT partner made a video recently. Yeah, but show us the numbers, print us the numbers, give us the link to the real numbers. I can say that. I can say 1 million players play on PlayStation 5. Doesn't mean it's true. Prove it. So you're a SOP partner, that's cool. Rare doesn't even care about SOP partners. Them putting a video out with Hippo hosting it was like the first time they've acknowledged a SOP partner publicly in like a year and a half.
More stable.
It's because there's a billion Xbox One accounts playing the game, but they're just dormant for Game Pass. Yeah.
Run better. However, it's not an easy job at all. This is going to be a slow and steady continual progress. So a lot of the work that we're looking at doesn't necessarily have predictable timelines. So there's going to be a lot of investigations, a lot of poking, hopefully some wins as well. But we're trying to look at the big stuff rather than just can we get through to this next season, which is...
And we get through to the next season. That is depressing.
Nice, like looking at that long-term picture.
And Drew, like, why did you think it was important to have a dedicated team focusing on that sort of stuff?
I think it's to JT's point. There's almost and every game team has got their season to go shoot for, or their live event that they're going to go and run at. Like every team has got their core focus to go and shoot for. Yeah. And when you're working,
the game's already dropped Xbox Series X because it's not viable to develop their game on hardware because of the direction of the game. For example, Elite Dangerous, when they released the Odyssey update, it would run a Series X issue, but they flat out dropped console development. Yeah, that's fair. Like it just makes sense. And I do think it is a terrible thing to say to someone, you should just have the newer console, because that's, a really capitalistic way of looking at things. But you should expect that the games that live service game, you should expect that the games that are continuously running will eventually start to catch up and drop off like old things. It's crazy.
Towards that next beat, it's always difficult to then find time within your team to also divert to that hot exploit. We need to go and find some time to that.
Leave Crud Launch alone, Drew.
And I think we got ourselves into a structure on Sea of Thieves where every team had a clear next deliverable. Yeah. And game health problems or live incidents or exploits were just always something that stopped us getting to that next delivery of something.
Leave them in the game then.
So that we try.
I don't think Crud Launch is more important than having a functional season.
For a number of years, let's see.
I don't think removing Crud Launch.
If we can ask you to beg, borrow, and steal some resource from here, to try and focus on the high impact stuff, and it got us some way towards addressing those things. But it was always tough. It made the features that we were trying to deliver as part of seasons more difficult to go and deliver. So. In the same guise that we've addressed seasons, live events, all of the various different work streams on Sea of Thieves, a dedicated team with ring-fenced...
You said it! You said dedicated team! Yes!
Resource is the right way to go and tackle it. I think the challenge for game health is that there's so many features to go and focus on effectively.
Because it's not just the engineers or designers that are the good quality resource going to try and fix the things. It's really nice having producers and production involved to own that problem, to pull in the different disciplines to try and solve it. Because again, when it was spread out between the game teams before, it was, we're looking
Sea
at
of Team 6 for Crud Launch?
So
really?
it
like
was all too easy just to maybe knock it
as
to the
soon
side
as it's in, we have to get rid of that.
Coming screaming over the horizon.
Holy shit, is that the third introduction of the dedicated game health team? Yep. This company loves to name names. When are they going to name who's in that team? Because I don't think there is anyone yet.
So
I'm curious about, is there work that's made it into a build that you guys have already been working on, or is there stuff coming soon that you can talk about?
Yeah, there's been some bits and pieces, he says, checking his list. The team have been up and running for a good couple of months now, so it's still new, but they've...
A good couple of months we've had this game health team now. The team that was announced in October last year. Been around for a couple of months now.
Been able to make some impressions. So they fixed glitches where you could get stuck in the tunnels in Hourglass.
But they didn't fix the mask bug or the stutter bug.
That used to drown a load of people. We've handled invitation bugs on PlayStation.
No one plays on PlayStation already anymore.
We've been freeing up memory places. We've
doubt it.
Been sorting out commendation blockers.
A bunch of the commendations this season don't actually refer to what they do. Like the Jigball one says enemies, but it actually only applies to other pirates.
And looking at mesh fallbacks as well to try and recoup some of the performance things. So there's a lot of little things.
Performance is pretty bad. If you open up a storage crate, your FPS drops.
Already going in there. And there's a number of investigations.
Oh yeah, Sirs quit a while ago, bro. You've been playing Deadlock non-stop.
Okay. Because I know who's going to be watching this and I know they're going to be excited about some of the things you're exploring. Some of those kind of long-standing bugs or issues we've had reported that just have been kind of present for a period of time. Things like Merchant Alliance. Merchant Alliance.
The crates.
Crates.
Okay. Yes, we've got an engineer dedicated to having a look at the two biggest problems on crates, which is one, not giving them, and two, giving too many.
Bog's been in the game for longer than I've played the game.
We need to find a happy middle ground of giving just the right number. So yeah,
Giving Goldilocks, to be honest. Yeah,
Yes.
you know, I love that.
yeah, but we've got someone
It's giving Goldilocks. I hate millennials. I'm a millennial. I hate millennials. What the fuck?
investigating that right now. Which
Perfect.
is good. We've also got a couple of
Wait, they're investigating it now. They're just now investigating the supplier glitch, which has persisted since you've been able to buy crates. How about this? Make it so you can buy infinite crates. Just let people spend all their money on supplies. Fix the problem where you don't get handed them, and just let people buy as much as they want, because there's no actual downside to being able to buy as much as you want. I can get as much supplies as I want if I sail from outpost to outpost. Just let me buy as much as I want. I don't get why that's a problem. It's giving dedicated team to fixing merchant bug. Well, no, so not dedicated team, single engineer. Listen.
we've got an engineer
An engineer
dedicated to having a look at the
dedicated to having a look.
two biggest problems on crates, which is one, not giving them, and two, giving too many.
Yeah. See, people aren't paying attention. There's not a team fixing the bug. There's a guy looking at the bug. It harms the economy. Yeah, you're right.
That is a good idea because infinite supply purchases means Hourglass gets its main drawback removed.
No, exactly. That's why you should be able to buy it for Hourglass. Yeah, so what they want you to hear from this is, we've got a dedicated team working on fixing the supply glitch. What he actually said is, one guy is looking at it, and then he turns around and he goes, yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
We need to find a happy middle ground of giving just the right number. So yeah,
Giving Goldilocks, to be honest.
It's giving Goldilocks.
Yeah, you
Yes.
know, I love that.
Oh, we joke here, we have fun.
yeah, but we've got someone investigating that right now. Which is good. We've also got a couple of other investigations going on. Booty, one of our
No one laughed. That was a good pregnant pause before anyone reacted to that. No one liked that joke, bro. Take the glasses off. Get regular ones. You fucked up. You're not a comedian. The game will never be fixed. The string line of the people that keep playing and are addicted and have to buy every Emporium item. Yeah. Cut to the man on the ground investigating. This podcast is so funny. OMG. This game help team from 2 years ago not know about the crate bug. Well, look, they're investigating it.
Please elaborate.
Please elaborate. Yes. There's certain choices I think we made 8, 9, 10 years ago that we might have changed if we knew where we were now and just how prevalent certain items in the world would be.
Hang on. I have a clip for this. But what he just said, hang on. So he says... he says...
Most difficult trap people fall into.
Yeah. Wait, where is it?
They just
So he says there were decisions we made 8, 9, 10 years ago. Now looking, we're like, whoops, that's a mistake.
kinds of movies is they go too far. I may have gone too far in a few places.
It's George Lucas right there. It's George Lucas. This is him, George Lucas.
And so we've been looking at the telemetry, we've been looking at the data and going...
I'm honestly surprised he didn't pronounce like telemetry, seeing as they can't pronounce mischief.
Actually, there's a nice correlation going with the more booty items, more treasure items that you have on our server, the worse it probably performs. And
probably? Probably? Oh, I can move these. Probably performs? Is this like because he's explaining it to people who might not understand video games, or is this incompetence? What do you mean fucking probably, bro? Are you dense?
this can be because it's floating in the water, it's taking up memory on islands, people are interacting with them, so they...
Yeah. Yeah, no, Siggy, I didn't know you could move these. I wanted to highlight the word, but then, like, yeah, you can move this shit.
They're quite complex objects compared to what they should have been.
This is all the physical treasure items, isn't it?
Yes.
Mermaid gems,
Yes.
chalices,
Yeah.
chests.
If you can pick it up and hand it in, that's what we class as a booty.
Referred to as booty.
Yeah. Yes.
Internally.
I think just on that one, it's worth us. It's worth us.
What an insane
acknowledging that
statement.
We know that storing lots of loot items on ships and storing things in a vault is it's a great gameplay experience.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a great
yeah.
shareable moment of seeing ships
Love those shareable moments. Love those stories.
full of treasure.
Yep.
So we're not knee jerking into okay, cool, let's reduce the amount of treasures on the server.
no.
But there is a pragmatic approach.
Pragmatic. Jot that down.
But our players will know, right, that back in 2018, if they've played that long, there was a lot less items that you'd find
David
as part of the voyages
Goggins.
out in the world. Now there's, like, the beaches are like the poor Maldives, like the beaches in the Maldives. There's that much stuff washed up to shore, isn't there? Like
This is kind of funny because what he's explaining here is a kind of a different problem with the game, which is there's too much fucking loot. There's too much high value loot now that the economy in the game is fucked. Like, yeah, Mike, the reason there's a million items of loot is because they keep adding new ones with higher values. And, yeah, it's all inflated. Referred to as booty internally is such a cute revelations for us. I mean, they call it in the game booty. With crates, if they do that, people can buy 90 crates and Res Reaper when collecting Gold 5. They could just get rid of it. The hourglass, the fucking rep raise from collecting a crate, just get rid of it.
it makes the sessions really rewarding. And when the vault opens in a Skeleton Fort vault, you want to see that bonanza of treasure to go after. So, but that comes with the performance.
I mean, fucking 7 years in, no one cares about default vaults, Mike.
Which is what you're looking at.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, we're not going to try
Actually, they
and
refer to internally as booty. I know. I'm saying that's...
take away
I
anyone's
expected
treasure.
that.
We want to make it so that we can put even more in.
More in.
The plans and the plots, and there's always...
What up, RNG Cheesy? You know what booty they should put in the game? The one that... Hang on. I gotta dig deep for this one. No, wait, hang on. We can just go to my Twitter. All right, we're doing the iconic crud segue into just stupid bullshit to make my Twitter look funnier. Where is it? It'll be the tavern. Oh, where is it? Where is it? There. Okay. So let me restart the joke.
Yeah. Treasure to go after. So, but that comes with the performance here, right? Which is what you're looking at.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, we're not going to try and take away anyone's treasure. We want to make it so that we can put even more in, because I've seen some of the plans and the plots, and there's always going to be something tastier for.
Wow, he's going to put more treasure in. How about this treasure item? You know, the one that they added in season 11, that is in the game in screenshots. This item, this one. It's funny, the longer this tweet is up for, the funnier it is. You can only take one. I'll take the item from season 11, you still haven't added to the game. June 7th. It's November 30th. This was supposed to be added in fucking season 11 in, what was that, January? Where's the fucking candlestick, bro? Where's the candelabra? This is the Ashen version, too. It is in the game. I took a screenshot with it. No, Hoodies, I've seen your fucking screenshot, bro. Yeah, no. Before you start adding more treasure in, do you want to add the one that is in the dev build of the game, I'm guessing? Do you want us to have that? Can we have that, please? I'd like that. Talking about making space in the game, believing a completely functional loot item never spawns as wild. Yeah. Have one of those in my galleon? Yeah. Can't wait until season 11 2.0 comes out next season. That's the rest of it. It's just crazy. Like, it's just such a weird thing. And like, so I was talking about it back in season 11. I was like, oh, they forgot the candlestick. That'll be in next season. And then I forgot about it. And then like months later, they post with a screenshot. And it's just like, you can't get this item in the game. It doesn't exist in the game. This isn't real. Do Ashen Vestiges of Power exist? No. Oh, wait. Hang on. Does that exist? Hang on. Doesn't Ashen Vestige? Wow, this wiki fucking sucks. This fucking wiki sucks. What is this shit? Bro. It does? Okay, it does. All right, dude. Sorry, but just this fucking wiki. Look at this two of the photo. I know it's not the. I know it's the fandom wiki, so it's free to make fun of it. But like, come on. Llama Berry's doing his best. Even just having his name in the screenshot makes it bad. Why is this screenshot someone holding it? Dog, you gotta shut this wiki down. Even the wiki has fucking major glitches. Isn't his name listed in the Pirate Milestones as Bringer of Light? I don't fucking know. Wait, is it? Hang on. We can actually find that out. Hang on. If that is a true fact that you've told me, if we go to my profile, go to captaincy, still under 200 mil, and I got Bobo on my ancient coins. Dedicated team for the wiki. All right, Pirate Milestones, Gold Seeker, Treasures Sold. So what did you say it was called? Bringer of Light? Well, it won't be here. No, it'll be on a Gold Hoarder. Treasures Sold to the Gold Hoarders. I guess look for anything with a 0, right? Here we go. Chalice of the Ashen Curse, Keeper of the Ashen Curse, Grail of the Ashen Curse, no. Mermaid's Keys, bunch of keys. Ashen Reach's Key, Sapphire Breath of the Sea, Skeleton Chest, more such as just memories, Ashen Sails, Ashen Masters, Ashen Emeralds, Ashen Baron, Vessel of Fire. What the fuck is Vessel of Fire? Oh, it's the, yeah, okay. A lot of those season 11 ones I'll have 0 here because I've just never encountered them. No, I don't see it in here. Why not Control F? Because I don't want it to make a Windows noise when I search it. Alright, I'll do Control F. Enjoy this. See? Nothing came up and you just have to hear a Windows noise.
It was town more that I had through with peen as pipes.
That is not what... Anyway. Yeah, no, so, well... I believe I saw a screen cap on Twitter. It's like Bringer of Light. Maybe they added it and removed it. But, yeah, no, to the SOP people that are watching this, you forgot to add that item. Put it in.
Pirates to go run around and fight.
Efficient booty is what you're saying.
Efficient booty.
It's my nickname, so that's good.
I'd call HR. That's just really inappropriate.
Now,
look, Mike's like, oh, you're getting fired. You're getting so fucking fired.
I know that there's probably one other thing that you guys are looking
They
at
fucking...
that everyone would like to know, have a little update on, and that is easy.
Why are you looking at me, Drew? Did you hear me?
Anti-cheat. What's the current stat?
Ooh. Easy anti-cheat. Yes.
So easy anti-cheat. And is there anything we're changing about how we're using it?
So easy anti-cheat, that's been in for a little while now, and I know there've been hiccups with it.
Hiccups? Hiccups? Quite a few hiccups with the easy anti-cheat. Do go on, sir.
By the way, but despite some of those hiccups, like, it's still really performing well. Like, we know...
Cool. The basic free cheats don't work anymore. That's so good. Unfortunately,
for a fact that it's...
Unfortunately, people figured out how packs work, and they didn't even need the free cheats anymore.
Thousands of cheats every single day, so there are still some getting through. This is why the game health...
Still some. Still some. Just like 1 or 2. There's still just a couple.
The day they don't sugarcoat their fuck-ups is the day that I'll drop the 100 gifted option.
Hell yeah, bro. Isn't performing well. It's not performing at all. Well, see, as he said, it's still blocking thousands of cheats. And it's like, that's cool. It's not, though. Yeah. What's the slop today? Slopcast.
Team is around to try and fix the exploits, to try and shut things down.
See... When you say exploit, what you mean is an exploit to the cheat, not exploits. Which people don't understand. Thank you, Southern Psycho, for the gift sub. Hell yeah. 4 to go.
But yeah, easy anti-cheat is superb.
It's not superb in any definition. As an apology for the accidental gaslight. Oh, no, that's all good, bro. It was funny. We went on a journey.
We need it to be. It's shutting off so many little avenues that we do. We are looking at trying to upgrade it because obviously it's a system, a service.
Once again, before anyone goes, oh, they're upgrading it. Oh, they said in the podcast, looking. You gotta focus on the keywords here. They're looking into upgrading it. If I have someone in my chat fucking tomorrow and I'm complaining about anti-cheat, and they go, oh, well, they said they're updating it. Looking. Crate glitch, they have one engineer looking into it. Is the anti-cheat? They're looking into upgrading it.
That will keep on being tweaked as new nefarious ways are found across the seas.
Wait, what? What did you do? I say new nefarious?
That will keep on being tweaked as new nefarious
Bro, fucking Dracula.
ways are found across the seas.
So is it a skeleton crew working on fixing the game's issues? Yes.
But we are having issues with that, so we're engaging
issues with that.
Teaching with Epic, with Easy Anti-Cheat to try and support us to get that repaired, patched up.
I think alongside Easy Anti...
Dude, bro in the middle has no fucking clue what he's hearing. I'm just a voice actor.
Anti-cheat, like the topic of player cheating is not just an anti-cheat solve. Like
Mhm.
we've seen lots of great results from the last 3 months of actually putting folks into almost a reactive detection prevention place of going, yes, we see players have found a way to be able to fly, but we put folks into the game experience, they find the telemetry for what they're doing, and then build in auto ban approaches that can be deployed live without new content updates.
This is probably the first thing that's technically true, because they have thankfully done that. EAC is easy ass cheating. It is. Isn't he just describing autoban? Yeah, so what he is describing is autoban, which is something that, you know, the giant item thing that cheaters were doing, some of the flying stuff, some of the teleporting stuff, those things were added to the autoban thing, and they have been working. But when the fuck did we get easy anti-cheat? Why is it taking this long?
We've actually seen that as a really quick reactive approach because it's going to take time for Epic to release sequential updates to Easy Anti-Cheat. I think we can go faster.
It's one of the quality pushes that we're trying to do behind the scenes as well. Like for every new feature that goes in, make sure you have telemetry to back it up because it allows us to do that detective diving of the data.
That's just what he just said there. He's using the word telemetry, so a lot of people won't know that, what that means. What he just said isn't like, oh, we're making sure we're using telemetry. That's a thing. That's not a thing that you get rid of. That's a thing that was with it. Why my emote items gigantic? Yep.
To find and improve autoban. So.
Cool. So, talking about...
Word salad. It is a lot of... I was saying that earlier, Johan. Drew answered a question about how to make it not be season 14 again every season, and none of what he said was even a statement. Like, he could have said nothing. It was just pure salad.
New things into the game. Let's just go back and reflect on what we did add with season 14, because there's some really, really cool stuff in there.
It was so cool. It was so cool.
Let's chat about what we think. You know, what's that brought to the sandbox? These new additions in season.
Well, we mentioned.
Oh, Drew finished a monster.
The feature we'd originally planned for season 12, which was the grapple gun.
Yes.
So being able to, quickly grapple loot onto your ship, being
very low range, so you can't really do that. You could just use the harpoon gun.
To grapple around the world.
Can't really do that because you run out of ammo and it's also too short range.
The grapple gun for us on the design team represents a slight change in how we think about...
Gathering telemetry can only add to server performance issues. That's true. That's probably why they don't usually do that.
The armory.
Right.
So the armory is a place where players can be served up new kinds of weapons, but that doesn't mean it has to be exclusively weapons.
It should be, because you have an equipment chest for equipment, such as a grapple gun that you equip and shoot around the world with, not dealing damage to players. Do you know if any saw devs stream upload their gameplay? No, they don't. They only play during community weekend, and that's kind of like, they're barely playing. They're more of just going up to people and laughing and going, ha ha, oh my god, and then they give them sales.
The armory is obviously where people manage their loadout. But
what?
Using that as a way where we can give people the choice to take tools.
Equipment.
That give them new strategies. And
bring 2 weapons that hurt people.
That's where the grapple gun came from, kind of broadening what the armory...
Full of weapons.
...could be in the game. So that's interesting to think about when you think about where that could go in the future.
Back into the equipment box instead of the armory.
Yeah.
We obviously added the ability to crouch.
Oh. Look at these chests walking around. Look at the little waddle. You get a kill with a grapple gun, drop someone in the Reaper hole. Ah, of course.
only 6.5 years in. Something we always wanted to add in the game, but then coupling that with the ability to disguise yourself as a chest and a barrel. So
All features that don't really have a purpose other than haha funny.
we'd obviously had the barrel hide emote in for a while, but truly embracing that idea that you could disguise yourself and waddling about as a little chest and a barrel.
The waddle, they do the waddle. They waddle in the, they get in the chest and they waddle. Yes, oh yes, I love when they waddle in the chest. It's so funny. We didn't expect that. We can finally buy the coral disguise, can we? Because I couldn't last night.
See a little bit of inspiration there from classic games like Wind Waker, but like having that.
Don't you ever compare Sea of Thieves to Wind Waker? Don't you even utter the words Wind Waker when talking about how badly you implemented a shitload of features that can be found in that game. I said this yesterday, that they need to add the equivalent of Forsaken Fortress from Wind Waker if they want to add sneaking. Oh, I'm gonna take a piss. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, don't ever mention Wind Waker ever again, Mike, because this game is not comparable to Wind Waker.
On demand was something that we wanted to add.
One of the
Audio out? No, I was paused because I was pissing.
videos that I tried to send to the
Maybe
team
refresh
to
the
G them
stream.
back up, going like, we can do this, you can do this. Was it the cup and
I wonder if a Tall Tale with the stealth section was planned and scrapped at some point. I wish. You know what? I'd be happy to learn that. Because it's like, all right, well then you did have a plan to implement stealth into gameplay. Because player versus player, it's just pointless.
ball game where you have three people disguised as barrels.
Oh,
yeah, they just like
very good.
Can you find them like just seeing the level of ingenuity and
No one is doing that because it takes fucking 30 seconds to move 1 foot in a barrel disguise because you made the movement so slow. No one's doing that, bro.
just creativity that players are coming up with are using it is just superb. So.
If anything, they will hide in a barrel after you turn around because then at least they can get in position faster.
And good. For the brief window that they were active,
Cute little chest waddling around.
How did people players react to them?
Oh, do you know what? Like I said earlier, they were just loved. They were universally loved, and all the best clips. And I think I said earlier, when we think about all the different use cases internally, like you think about hiding, how it might be kind of folded into strategy.
Hiding already exists in the game. You do it through the hide mode, and it's better than the existing. The existing thing is better than what you've added.
Not just like playing the cup and ball game, just waddling for fun. And you know, as soon as they went live, like they're really kind of the superstar of the first kind of 24 hours, to be honest, seeing how people were using them. So it's great to get them back into players' hands and see.
They're the superstar because there was no features. People were just doing the new feature, and you said, "Oh, look, new feature." That's not really a. Everyone just says words.
See some of that stuff resurface. It's really
I
brilliant.
loved the trick where they went into the gold hoarder's vault at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
And everybody snuck up to the gold hoarder. And he's sitting on his throne.
Falcor, wasn't it?
Yeah, just sitting there. And I remember we were crafting out that sequence with the gold hoarder and keeping him in the dark. Yeah, then you walked across the trigger point and it started the sequence.
You, isn't it?
But now you've got loads of barrel people just waddling around it. And it's going.
He can't see that. He's blind.
At least that's funny, because that is funny. That was a funny clip. It's when Eric Andre show type skip where a man breaks through a podcast table or something without them knowing beforehand and it never happens again. What about if they would add some sort of voyage or world event that requires you to be disguised due to enemies being too strong or abundant to encourage using disguises? But it would be similar to Cap and Sea of Season 7 where we get basic level of tool, but then we get full use for it later. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to add a place where you crouch and sneak with enemies that if they spot you, it's a problem. Because obviously in this game, if an enemy spots you, you just slash them and they die. They need to do something like that. They needed to justify these features being added to the game as a season and not just as a random middle of the month update. Waddling, we love the waddling. The only use this stuff has is picture taking hide on noobs. Yep, we all said it, and hell, Feb put out a whole video on it. Why did it work? Because it was all noobs. What happens? Skeletons stop paying attention to you. Well, that's also half broken. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
No, he's not.
Like, oftentimes we talk about looking at.
Ooh.
He can't see
A bit ableist here, Drew, and he has to immediately correct himself.
that. He's blind.
No, he's not.
So look at that. You have to correct him. He's like, no, Mike, you're not allowed to joke about that.
Like, oftentimes we talk about looking at tactics and things that emerge in the community, and obviously the phenomenon of tucking has always been big in the community, but trying to designing a feature that kind of speaks to that, but also does it in an unexpected way. So
Doesn't speak to it at all and does it in a very expected way.
that's kind of the crazy idea that is disguises.
Well, you sort of described the features as like kind of classic Sea of Thieves Sandbox like update. Obviously, we had the blowpipe in there as well.
We did.
We're adding to the blowpipe with the next month's update.
We are.
Not adding, completing. You can't say adding because it's not a new feature. It's a feature you said you forgot to test. Does mirror skellies don't pay attention to you? Even the ones on smelly ships take 2 shots from most guns or 3 sword swings. They're not a threat? Yeah. Forgot about the blowpipe? Yeah, me too. I can't wait for them to add the mimic dart next month. And then I get to use the blowpipe for half a stream.
Also, the blowpipe is very much the start for what could be a selection of darts that we add over time. We've got one planned for December, which is the mimic dart.
Not planned for December, one that was planned for October. Sorry, September. Was it September or October? I don't even fucking remember. One planned for last month, which you forgot to add because you said you forgot to test.
Which was one we got excited about in the kind of early creative process for the blowpipe. So the ability to shoot someone with a dart and steal their appearance and all the hijinks that could lead to. But no, the blowpipe's a great sandbox, tool / weapon that can be used out there. And, having this selection.
Mimic dart permanent until you die? I doubt it. I'll wait till they've done a reveal on it so we can discuss it further, but it'll be... I think Mimic Dart will be similarly used to the Murph route in that it's so hard to find a use case for it that it's like, yeah, I get it, but like it could be done better.
Of darts that we can
but that's everything they add
it's pretty
at this
exciting
point.
as well. But love that idea of it kind of feels like a classic weapon in our world, the idea of having this blowpipe out there on the waves and lurking in the shadows and firing darts into unsuspecting pirates. And then off the back of crouch and disguise is a complementary feature is the ability to hang off ledges, which is a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Which is a lot of fun. It's so fun hanging off ledges, dude. Like whenever I'm near a ledge, I just want to hang off it. It's so fun. It's just it's so fun when you walk up to it and you crouch and then you press F and then an animation plays and then you're hanging off the ledge. It's so fun.
The ability to be crouched, approach these kind of places.
So we know the Mimic Dart will display other people's names. I don't know. We'll see when they announce it.
Over
officially.
2 hours called it.
God damn it.
On the ship.
The defeated way he says fun.
Where you can effectively hang on by your fingernails onto the side of the ship. So it's going to be fascinating to see how the community uses that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating to see how the community uses that. Hanging off the side of a ship. Nobody is fucking using that. So there's no, you know what? What can you use it for? You can't use it for shit. You people are saying, well, hang on. We have a video on how to use it. And it definitely, didn't only work because the people wouldn't have noticed us anyway. I'm back. Oh, they've crashed into our boat. Fuck. Wait, those are robots? Yes. So, hanging off of ships, as once again, we all stated, I say we all, I just mean me repeatedly, before this came out was, hey, the only person that hanging off ships is going to work on is someone who wouldn't be aware anyway. And here's a video of it working on people because they're just completely unaware. The only reason this works is because these people are stupid. Crud, I just got a message of the day for Season 13 Splendor Pass. Is the chat overlay intentional? Yeah, just because I'm watching slop. So I thought you guys could be part of it too. Lets the VOD watchers know that people be chatting. Find the map on the salute midday would be the best spot to put a hanging spot and it's not there. Yeah, no, that would be. But no, we've got to put him in next to the cannons. Remember the clip where you foddered and stood on a plank directly looked at both of you? Yeah. So that's the thing. Like this, the only application of this is this person is already stupid.
So as well as things like the Golden Scallywags,
Speaking of
there's
stupid
actually a lot to look forward in December in terms of game events.
Ooh, what do we got? December's tomorrow. What do we got? What do we got?
Talk about a little bit about what game events are on in December.
I'd love to.
You'd love to.
I'd love to. So,
I'm glad.
I'm glad Christina prepared.
Hence the laptop. No, so obviously, as players view this, we'll have just had hopefully a really successful season 14
Comment
community
slap
weekend.
if you made it this far
with
into
lots
the
of
VOD.
lovely goodies on offer and pop up a blunder.
Oh, pop up blunder, yes. Dude, Legends Week, yes.
So I hope that you didn't get too tricked by the devious James making silly maps and tricking you all.
No, I got tricked when I dug up a normal piece of treasure.
No, it's a really exciting event. I can't wait to see it in players' hands and see how that goes. But then on December the 2nd, Legends Week arrives.
Yes. Oh, I love Legends Week. Here we go. What's coming up for Legends Week? I've been a Pirate Legend for years now.
So that's what happens in Legends Week. We find legendary message in bottles washed up around the Sea of Thieves. Is that right?
Yep, we've got legendary.
He said that. Wait, hang on. Listen to the way he says that. He's like summing up an incredibly like milquetoast feature. What up, Jiggly?
In Legends Week, we find legendary message in bottles washed up around the Sea of Thieves. Is that right?
Yep.
He hates her. He's like, what are you doing Legends Week? You find fucking shitty quests? Yeah.
We've got legendary messages in bottles. We've got legendary daily deeds, and then there'll also be double golden reputation on offer for any Athena's Fortune treasure successfully handed in.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And then also we'll have an extra bonus. So
Oh, here we go.
for people who complete enough of the voyages, the legendary messages in bottles, they will get the Life of a Legend tattoo.
Yes. Slots broke. I don't give a shit about slots. That's cool. We get a tattoo and we have to do voyages. I love rewards.
Oh, very cool.
Not
Very
one
nice.
of Drew's. A legend with tattoos, but it was a very special bespoke one, which is really nice. So
Drew's fucking seething after that. He's like, they always bring up my tattoos, you know? Wasn't this that shit that made me go to the Raw for a few hours? I think. I can't remember.
yeah, there's a lot on offer, and it's last a week, so it'll end on
There's a lot on offer. You named one thing. What do you mean there's a lot on offer? You named one thing.
December 9th, and hopefully that gives players enough opportunities to discover these kind of in-world bottles and basically make stonks.
Oh, I fucking hate Reddit so much.
Yeah, hashtag make stonks.
So a lot for Legends to look forward to. What else are we doing?
Yeah, what else? What
in
else?
December? Because there's lots. There's more than that.
So
Dude, he is done with her. He's like, yeah, no, you forgot the rest of the fucking features.
Legends to look forward to. What else are we doing in December? Because there's lots. There's more than that.
from December the 1st,
Yep.
in-game decorations are
That's sure, that's a feature. Go on.
festive decorations will be switched on. Any candy canes? What's the law with the candy cane, actually, Mike?
The law with the candy cane. Oh, don't put me on the spot with that. I have to retcon that one.
And it's not just the tavern decorations. The Christmas tree's back as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The Christmas tree is back.
Nice.
It is, isn't it?
No, it is. It is.
No, it is. It absolutely
We can
is.
afford it now.
Yeah.
performance-wise.
From all the memory work.
Yeah, at one point I
Yeah.
was
Good
labelled the Grinch for saying they couldn't have a bigger Christmas tree. So yeah,
What's the point of having memory? You can't take it with you. It's there to be spent.
the age-old battle between design and engineering.
Feels like we just talked about this.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Season 14. Yeah. I'm back. Yeah. No, we should be.
So what else do we have in December? We've got Legends Week, texture changes.
So what else have we got? We've got daily gilded voyages.
Daily Gilded Void.
Very generous.
That is very generous.
Surprise.
Very generous. It's generous to give you work to do. Okay. I mean, that is cool. Daily Gildeds is cool. If I wasn't, maxed out and everything, I would enjoy that. However, it's not generous when it's just giving someone work to do.
that we got away with that one. Too generous. We've got daily lucky voyages.
Daily lucky.
We've got a login bonus. So we've got
A login bonus.
festive themed flag cosmetics. And we've just got daily gold and XP multipliers. We've got cool Emporium offers. We've got a few exciting bits and pieces going on with our creators and the partner program as well. We've got
Wonder what that could be.
plenty to come in December to kind of surprise, delight, excite, and hopefully just make the season a really good time.
Cool. So she named 3 features. She said Legends Week, you get a tattoo. There's daily gilded voyages, and there's XP bonuses for logging in.
So lots to look forward to in December, and lots to look forward to as we go into the new year as well.
There is.
So
there is.
You actually already have spoken a little bit about what...
Any Emporium so they can afford the office Christmas tree? Yep.
Yeah, what have you said about what players might expect in season 15? Do you want to, without maybe, let's not say more than you said already.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's daily luck voyages. He's something, some shit.
That's what I'm here
Some
for.
slop.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you want to tease a few things about what players
I'd
can
love to.
expect? Yeah,
I'd love to. Absolutely love to. Well, I think players that have been with us for a while won't be surprised to hear that we've always wanted to expand the Hunter's Call. There's a
Yay! Yay! We get to do more fishing. Maybe. I'm sure it's not just more fishing. If it was just more fishing, no.
little clue, to be honest, in season 11 when we didn't expand the Hunter's Call at that time, that it may be something we're intending to do in the future.
I like how he says that's a hint. It's like, no, we couldn't think of anything. Shade, I'm not allowed to respond to that.
Why is that funny?
That's a bad clue.
No. I thought it wasn't.
The things that
They're right, that is a bad clue. Fishing, but it's easier to have the fish stolen? What do you mean by
we
that?
didn't do.
No.
It's a clue.
All of the companies were expanded in terms of distinctions, except
you're
the
right.
Hunter's Call. That's what I'm referring to. So that was a statement. It's a silent promise. It was a silent promise to
how
our
much you
players.
hated the Hunter's Call.
No, not at all. No. We think about Sea of Thieves. You can be a treasure hunter. You can be a merchant. You can be a bounty hunter.
What does he mean you can be a bounty hunter? I mean, I do enjoy a good fishing session once in a while. Because I'm a stupid completionist, I'm all about getting it all done. So fishing for me is get every fish ASAP. Can't wait to grind level 500. Yeah, no, that's crazy. But what does he mean, bounty hunter? Does he mean when someone has a Reaper's bounty and you chase after them and they sell it at Reaper's? Bounty 300 bajillion coins, I wish. Hunt Captain Dickens? Well, he's missing. Order of Soul Skelly quests? Oh, you're right. Those are considered bounties. Yeah, no, that's... If we go by definition of what's in game, that is what a bounty is. A bounty is an Order of Souls voyage.
So you can kind of be a hunter, but you're more of a fisherman. So the idea of expanding that company for greater ways of play, so adding voyages, enriching it with emissary play, it's something we've wanted to do for a while. So that is that is very much the focus of season 15. And generally, as we look.
Hey guys, so if season 15 is Hunter's Call, that means season 15 for me is going to be a really good season, and for Theb is going to be a dog shit season. He's going to hate that. How are we going to steal people's fish only? That's not worth it. We're just going to be pissing off a lot of fishermen, which is the racists. So...
Player bounty hunting could easily breathe new life into SOT.
It could, but because of server sizes and shit, it'll just never happen. They should have a system where depending on your skill you have a bounty. They should, but they won't. Poor Theb. Yeah, no, he's gonna hate that. Is Theb still being banned every other day? No, they haven't banned him since July. I think they've given up on him. Season-long Theb hiatus, yeah, just like last season.
Into next year, off the back of this year, which has been pretty focused
Take
on
bait crates and
enriching
gobble all
the
their
sandbox
worms.
with tools.
Worms
And most
mukbang.
recently with season 14. Things you can do with those tools in that enriched sandbox is becoming more of the focus.
Wait, what? The fishes are the racists? Anytime I've sunk someone who was doing fishing, they have called me the worst slurs I've ever heard. It's usually the people doing the chillest work are the most hateful when you interrupt that work.
And you can kind of see the appetite.
Can't wait for Red to alienate the casuals who just want to fish by sending the greater community after their fish. If you want to fish, do it in safer seas. There is no benefit to you fishing in high seas. Oh, I might run into someone who wants to chill and fish with me. Cool, dude. You're more likely to run into a guy who just wants to sink boats.
like within the
Fishes are very racist and very hateful.
community, we're looking for new things go in that direction now, where the sandbox is richer, but we
The
want
rep though, what rep? What rep, dude?
more destination things to go do
Right.
in that sandbox. So that's very much the shift.
If you want to level up your Hunter's Call, you hand in Breath of the Seas to Hunter's Call. You hand in Mermaid Gems, Breath of the Seas, and treasure chests to Hunter's Call.
Head into next year.
Very cool. So Hunter's Call getting a little bit of love.
Hunter's Call getting a little bit of love, and also the Reaper's Bones.
Oh. Does Hunter's Call max level 100 or 50? It's 50. What are they doing with Reaper's Bones?
Oh.
So expanding the Reaper's Bones with new activities.
Now orbs to hunters? Oh, can you take orbs? Of course you could take orbs, right? I didn't even think of that. Wait, can you take the orbs? Can you take skelly orbs to hunters? That's probably the best way. I haven't actually checked that, because why would I ever do that? Did they say anything about cheaters? They did. If you can take skelly camp orbs to hunters, that just is the best way to level up hunters, because that's 20k base. So that's a shitload of rep.
Something we're
What up,
looking at
A-Web?
as well.
So, I think you've kind of just touched on it there, but like, what is the ambition?
Oh, he doesn't talk about Reapers? Okay, so Mike actually mentioned at EGX that Reapers is getting a PvE voyage. He has confirmed that in a public setting, that Reapers is getting a PvE voyage. I don't know why he didn't talk about it there. Rep equals gold. No, but what I mean is, like, selling fish gets you, like, no gold and no Hunter's Call rep. You're better off selling gems. I don't know why he doesn't mention it there, but one of the SOP partners that was at EGX confirmed that he indeed mentioned Reapers getting a PvE voyage. Let me find it. It was one of the beard men. Here we go. Oh, wait, is this it? Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so, Baving Beardley goes, well, I recorded the SOT EGX panel with my mic turned off, so no video, rah. All remaining emissaries get dedicated quest type, Reapers and Hunter's Call. And then some random person says, curious how a Reaper voyage would work, something like the Veil, but from our POV rather than Athena, diving for maps full of emissaries on Sheet Grade 5. And then Behaving Beardley responds to this random person saying, he said it would be a PvE quest. Even though Reapers are first and foremost a PvP faction, they want a PvE quest for those who just don't PvP. Don't know who he's responding to there, but that is what Reaper's getting, that for some reason he didn't mention here, even though he has mentioned publicly. Ads? Oh, okay, sub. What a mentally stable unknown individual. Yeah, no, what a random guy. I shit on that guy the other day. Did you? Same clips. Yeah, no, so Reapers is getting a PvE voyage.
For next year, like, this was a year of a lot of sandbox tools going in. What's
Reapers PvE is world events? Yep. Yes, you're correct, Jonesy. Reapers PvE is world events. But, you know, gotta make it, you know, gotta get grade 5 Reaper somehow.
2025 for Sea of Thieves?
I think it is very much around new things for players to go do within that sandbox. I mean, over and above everything we've already said about the health of the game, the integrity of the live experience, that is absolutely a focus. But I think, you know, tools are very much the lifeblood of the stories in Sea of Thieves, but I think adding completely new roles to play and new activities for players will become an increasing focus.
Awesome. Very cool.
I like the fact that you've looked to the midterm focus for next year. I think personally the focus, say in the next couple of months, is definitely going to be
sneaky. Only the subs got to see that.
On the core game
Very much
experience.
so.
Rules not rules. Good choice.
I was teeing you up there.
And I think we acknowledge that that's our primary focus right now.
Yeah.
We know that we've got some great content to go and deliver.
I saw it, I ain't
We've got
sub.
great
Hey!
player stories that we know we want to unlock through new content, but it's kind of...
Dude, they love talking about player stories. That's
Midterm focus. More like focus on your midterms. These MFS do not have degrees.
I swear they've only recently started talking about stories all the time, but fuck me, every other thing they say now is what we're doing is we're creating stories, and we love seeing those stories. And obviously that is what SOD is about. Everyone who plays SOD has stories they tell, but they keep talking about them.
Features in the last couple of minutes, but our priority right now is to land a improvement to the core experience. And it's a tease, but it's not a particularly content-rich tease that we're going to make decisions over the next couple of months to make sure that we prioritize our focus on that player experience.
You said you were going to do that 6 months ago.
Improving.
You said you were going to do that 9 months ago. Any idea what happened to Flameheart VA? I have no idea. Did something happen?
That might mean that we make some decisions about when we ship Season 15 in.
Ooh. Ooh. When we ship Season 15. Do you guys remember Season 9? Do you remember Season 9? Do you remember when Season 10 launched? Do you remember how the seasons were 3 months and then Season 9 was not 3 months? Ooh. What up, Gappy? Look, he says, we might make decisions about when we ship Season 15. Now, let's go to the SOTGG wiki, the one that works.
Season 9 was unironically the last time SOT was good.
That's the funny thing, right? It literally was the best time of the game in recent memories. So, Season 14 dropped on October 17th. Assumedly ends January, 20th. Season 13 was 3 months. Season 12 was 3 months. Short of 3 months. Season 11 was 3 months. Season 10 was 3 months. Now, Season 9 was a little bit longer than 3 months. And that was not good. We had quick swap. We did. Yeah, it was a bit longer. And people were not too happy. Season 8, a little bit over 3 months. People don't remember this very often, but Season 8, they added an extra 4 weeks onto it. And what they did was, so the in-game thing that says how many weeks were remaining, it had the extra 4 weeks on it at the start, and then they randomly got rid of that. It said fucking 9 weeks or whatever, and then it dropped down to 5 weeks, and then they added another week onto it. And I don't know, I was the only person who noticed that. Season 7 went for a little over 3 months. Season 6 went for actually quite a bit over 3 months. Season 5, 3 months and a bit. 4, fucking barely 2 months. Jesus Christ. Season 3, 3 months. Season Dose, barely 3 months. And Season 1, 3 months almost. But hey, Season 15 should be in January? What's the highlight of the rant today? People using a bunch of, doing a bunch of gish galloping and using a bunch of buzzwords to describe things they've already mentioned to us. What was the best season? Crud season.
Configuration we ship Season 15, and we'll probably share more on that in the next couple of months. But
next couple of months, well, Season 15 is supposed to be in January, which it's the 30th of November today. So next couple of months is when Season 15 is assumedly out, bro.
Now we know what Season 15 is going to be, but our priority and focus is stabilizing the experience so it's ready for Season 15 to then go on top of it.
You're absolutely right. I mean, it is a balance. I mean, after
Season sounds like a load of crud. Yeah.
New ideas, enriching the sandbox. I think that's the bit we know we can do.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
New ideas, enriching the sandbox. I think that's the bit we know we can do.
Yeah.
Your idea of enriching the sandbox was to add one really big boat that turns into a PvE after you do it. To add a bunch of really bad new guns. To add a traversal tool but call it a gun. And a blowpipe that's not a gun. Was to add safer seas, was to add guilds, which was just finishing off captaincy, was to add Skull of Sirensong, which was a good idea but poorly executed, was to make world events easier and let people dive to them, thus removing a big sandbox component of running into people who are traveling to outposts or traveling to islands to do quests, removing arena mode and then adding in an arena-esque mode that takes place in adventure, which was good, but then you abandoned it, was to add in fireworks, which achieved nothing, to add in stools and sitting, which achieved nothing, was to add in fucking underwater shrines, which are fun once, to add overworld sea forts, which everyone thought would work a little differently to how they do. People thought they'd be defending them. It was to add in... Yeah, I don't know. No, you're not good at that, Mike. I'm sorry, but if Seasons have proved anything, you're pretty bad at adding things into the game that expand upon the sandbox. Everything that gets added since I've started playing has been half-assed and incomplete.
The richer the game gets, the more full it gets.
I love the Shrines design art team does not get enough credit. Design art team and music team are the only teams worth praising in this whole thing.
Exciting things to go do. I think the greater importance game health and having that view on the integrity of the game.
Monkey Island led to the destruction of adventures.
It just becomes more and more important.
On that 6.5 year note, what I'm excited about is part of my job at the minute is planning our 7th birthday party.
Oh, I hope there's a fucking picture wall on every outpost.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously Sea of Thieves turned 7 in March, which is outrageous. Outrageous, really.
March, which should be the end of season 15, because that'll be 3 months.
So we've got some cool irons in the fire where our 7th anniversary is concerned. So, like, in my midterm, I'm excited to see how far I can push designs buttons on how generous we can be. But we've got some cool things planned for that, which is really exciting. I think the anniversary always is a really significant moment for us where we all kind of take a breath and look back at how amazing the last 6 years have been, and this will be no different.
Awesome. Well, I think that's enough teases for next year.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want any more?
No.
Monkey Island was probably the most garbage thing released. Monkey Island was very unfortunate. As a fan of Monkey Island, the Monkey Island pivot that SOT took last year did way more harm than good to the game. I like Monkey Island. Will they make a SOT 2? No. They're making Everwild. So all of this shit that they've been talking about, and for the last however many months they've been making apology videos now, is evidence that they are not making a second version of the game, in my opinion. I know there's like speculatives like Falcor and shit like, could they be working on updating the engine? No. If they were, that would have already been leaked. What is Everwild? I am so glad you asked what Everwild is. Everwild is an upcoming action-adventure video game developed by Rare and published by Xbox Game Studios for Windows and Xbox Series X/S. As Everwild is early in development with few details announced, descriptions of its gameplay vary. In 2020, the game was described to be a third-person adventure game with elements taken from God games, and more recent reports suggest the game is set to have no combat whatsoever. According to a video game reporter Andy Robertson from the VGC, Everwild will be more of a Viva Pinata-like game than a survival game that the earlier trailers hinted at. He also stated, he hasn't looked into it in a while, but if Greg Mayles is taking the lead, then you can be very confident it will turn out great. Development of Everwild began in 2014, and it spent many years in experimental prototyping before being announced. Rare announced a new third-person action-adventure AAA game during the Xbox 2019 presentation in November. Gary Napper, who was previously the lead designer for Alien Isolation, joined Rare as design director for Everwild. Video game journalist Jeff Grubb stated in a stream in June 12, 2021, that Everwild has been rebooted since its initial development and was a ways off, scheduled for approximately 2023. A VGC report in 2021 corroborated that it underwent a complete reboot after the departure of the creative director, but stated that its planned release date has been pushed back to 2024, saying Everwild's development team is now optimistically targeting a 2024 release. In October 2024, Everwild development was reported to be going well, with parts of the game being in a playable form. What is Everwild, you ask? Everwild is the reason is a reason that Sea of Thieves is currently rotting. If you search Everwild, actually, hang on. Before I sell you on how Everwild is going to be a huge flop, there's one man in the world that's excited for Everwild, and it's the worst person in the world. If you search Everwild in the official Discord, we get comments such as, Everwild team is super tiny. I can't imagine it pulling away that many people, especially when you consider the external teams brought on in recent months here to help with development. And also the fact that many of the Everwild team work on both Everwild and Sea of Thieves. Sorry about the Tamas jump scare. Where is one of my favorite moments, which is Jotaro recently bringing up Everwild and getting bombarded with people saying, what the fuck is Everwild? It was somewhere. Anyway, so Everwild is a complete flop piece of vaporware that was previously assumed to be abandonware that Rare being a 250-member team, yes, there are external teams working on the game. Rare is a team of 250 people, and they have been working on this game for almost longer than they've been working on Sea of Thieves. This is what looks, if you look at the trailers, which are all outdated now, it looks like an indie game, which is not a problem. I like indie games, but Rare aren't really an indie company. It is being developed, and they have failed to produce anything for it in years, even after the reboot. And I think, personally, in my opinion, that Everwild is a big reason why SOT has been struggling for the last 5 years. Because they have been attempting to figure out what the genre of this game is, and they're letting their main product rot while they try to figure this one out instead of honestly just abandoning it or giving it to a smaller studio. Yeah, no, Everwild is a game that will eventually release, and people will play it because there'll be hype around it, and it will not break 10,000 players on Steam. And a week or two after it releases, a lot of streamers will be like asked, oh, hey, what happened to Everwild? And people will say, oh, well, it was fun, but you know, it was only about a 10-hour experience. That's Everwild. Robin Beanland. Dude, shout out to Robin Beanland. Robin Beanland, he does good shit. Donkey Kong Country, 007, Jet Force Gemini, DK64, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Star Fox Adventures. Well, I don't know about that one. Yeah, no, he good at music. Him, David Weiss, and Grant Kirkhope are the only reason Rare is even in business anymore. But, yeah. So anyway, thank you for asking what Everwild is. Everwild is a scapegoat for why this game is shit.
No, I'm good. I've had my fill. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And just to reiterate, the podcast is going to be a bit more regular than before. One per season. We'll try and do it halfway.
One every 3 months. That's a good lot of effort.
For season 15's halfway through that. And yeah.
Happy holidays.
Yeah. and have a happy holiday, and we'll definitely see you in the new year. Cool. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
No orb stream this year. Just in case you're wondering, no orb stream this year. Him saying we'll see you in the new year means no orb stream this year. They're not going to do that. They wouldn't want to uplift smaller streamers that aren't direct partners with Sea of Thieves. No orb. They didn't do it last year. They're not going to do it this year because they would have already started hyping it up. She would have mentioned it as one of the upcoming things. No, because instead of doing orb streams, now they put the items that he uses Twitch drops in the orb streams into the Emporium, such as the fucking Ancestral set and all that shit. Starbreeze is doing the exact same thing right now with Payday 3 and Project Baxter. I mean, hey, a lot of studios work on two things at once, don't get me wrong. But the problem is it looks like almost no one is working on this game. Does this podcast give you hope for a better game, or is it just trying to distract us from reality? Okay, so the summary of this podcast is... Here's what happened with Season 14, and it was shit. We're going to try to fix our quality, which is the thing they've already said. The game health team has existed for 2 months, even though it was announced 9 months ago. The Season 14 Sandbox, we don't understand how that works because we're stupid. December is getting the same thing we get every year, except a little less. And also Season 15 will be Hunter's Call. So nothing that they said here was of substance or relevant. This is a pity party begging for empathy. My main takeaway from this is if Mike here wants to talk about how people dehumanize their developers and their community members, they should have their community managers stop dehumanizing people who criticize the game. Because My opinion is just as important as yours. So don't try to hide me because you're afraid I'll be a little too critical. Was it just me or did Mike Chapman seem really disconnected from the whole process in this podcast? Oh, yeah. Well, so here's the real lore of what happened is Mike Chapman definitely got in trouble from Phil Spencer a couple of months ago. So our boy Phil Spencer here, you know, head of Microsoft Gaming, he went to Rare, like 2 months ago now, or a month ago now, which anyone in the world knows that this man is the Grim Reaper for small studios within Microsoft. Obviously, Rare's not at the smallest studio within Microsoft. But anyway, yeah, he visited, and he also played Everwild. And I think him going and visiting, now this is obviously all just purely me making shit up because it's fun. He visited, they had a knock on the door from the Grim Reaper. He said, hey, the new season just launched last week because this is 24th, so he would have visited, the season launched on the 17th. He visited on the 24th or the 23rd. How's that new season for the new game going? Oh, you had to remove half the features. Oh, some of the features weren't even tested. Oh, okay. How's the other game you're working on? Oh, it's just a menu at this point. Interesting. That's my opinion. My opinion is Mike's so disconnected because he's sitting here with a fucking a lit hot poker right jabbing at his ass, and he's going, come on, guys. Phil Spencer is a grim omen. He truly is. And even even people on Twitter who saw... So this is on Threads. For some reason, on Threads, he mentioned that he played Everwild. On Twitter, he didn't. Oh, no, sorry. On Twitter, he barely even posts. Rare had to post about it. Where is it? Sorry. Where's the Grim Reaper fucking... I've gone past it. Hang on. Let's go back. There it is. Yeah, here we go. So Rare, look who came for a visit. It's Xbox P3 and his team. Huge thanks for stopping by while you're in this part of the world and for sharing your thoughts and passion for gaming with the many rare folk who stopped you for a selfie. Always a delight. And he just doesn't post. He just retweets just random announcements and shit. And everyone in here is just like, yeah, rip Rare. Expect layoffs or even shut down in a matter of days. Is Rare shutting down for running cost of studio output in several years? I'm guessing there was some tough conversations behind the PR smiles. Everwild announced 2014. Nothing since Battletoads 4 years ago. Rip Rare. This ain't a good look. Layoffs coming. Hopefully this isn't like when Jim Ryan visited London studio. He's scouting out the next victims. Oh no. The big boss coming across the ocean to visit studio. Absolutely terrifying. And I tweeted this. And then I went, how'd the new season launch SOC go? How's development Everwild going? Have you figured out what genre yet? Yeah. I don't think Rare's getting shut down, obviously. But I know that Phil's not going to just leave with a smile. He's not going to enter with a smile and leave with a smile. He entered with a frown and he left with a resting straight mouth. I think there was a mistake that in this video is not any opposition, so they're just saying to themselves how SOD is good and not many bad things happen in the game. Yeah, so someone mentioned earlier, they were like, oh, if only you were there rebutting their statements. And I was like, well, if it was in a professional thing, I was like, one, they would never, ever interact with a community member. The only community members they'll ever interact with are partner legends. Because... And they do, partner legends, sometimes they do say, like, oh, I don't know about this. But no, genuinely, the idea of facing criticism, even professional pre-written criticism that they've had a chance to write a response to, that is no for them. They are not doing that. They are not going face to face with anyone willing to provide a genuine criticism, which I get. No company really does want to do that, but no, the shield is up for this company. It's no. They can't even criticize their own game. Otherwise, Xbox would pull the trigger to the gun of the head. Yeah. What crowd? How would they even fix servers if they aren't even planning on updating an engine? They're not planning on fixing the servers. They said we're going to work on improvements. It's, once again, it's empty promises. It's empty words. It's just saying, hey, we want to do this. We're going to do this. We have a guy looking at this. We would like for this to be better. It's not going to get better. And for those people who say, why play it? I like the game. I'm still going to play it. I'm just going to be really disappointed. See you, Johan. How many I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed chats you reckon Phil had during that visit? Yeah, it would have been incredibly I don't know, like it's just funny because like, you know, any company you work in, if like the CEO comes in, you're gonna be like, oh shit, you know, we got to put on airs, we got to be careful. But if you work in gaming under Microsoft and Phil Spencer works in, you are on LinkedIn right now searching for job opportunities because you're like, oh fuck. Dedicated team is probably a group of old schizo men. Let's just be honest here. It's probably one guy. Stand by what I said. Theb stands in Res Crow's Nest. No I in team, but there is me. There's no I in team, but there is an I in pie. And meat pie, it's an anagram of team. You get it. They said they're looking into a solution. Yeah. And so here's the problem now. They release this, and we get this. The transparency is literally all we've wanted this whole time. They've already said these things, and they held back a lot of the things they should have said about what's wrong with the game. This is nothing. This is nothing. And then look who we got. A Shiny Ray. Boner. Hey, NZ Goblin. Can we give the health team some more memory to work with? Yeah. So yeah, you get the typical repliers, you know, patting them on the back for hitting upload on a video. Yeah. Classic. This, you guys should bring back a reworked version of Arena. The numbers would be insane. It's no brainer. This is not true. I do need people to lose the delusion that bringing back Arena would do anything good for the game. It just won't. Check new and see replies. All right, what have you sent? What have you sent? That was an hour ago. Hang on, let me refresh it. If it mentions my name, I'm going to freak out. Don't say crud. It's just nothing. I need somebody to add together all the res lies like the Todd Howard Sweet Little Lies video. So that's the thing. The only reason videos like that don't exist for SOT and articles like that don't exist for SOT is because it's an incredibly unpopular game. That's the thing that like a lot of people don't realize is like that's why people like me get yelled at for criticizing the game. They go, "Oh, you're just so negative, you should leave." It's like, no, any other game where, you know, a large amount of people have to start like criticizing the game in the state it's in. Fuck me, I've lost my train of thought. Hang on. Oh no, yeah, no, any other game like that, those are actually popular and people care about those games. No one cares about this game. This game is not globally popular. Like, it's not a big game anymore. It was, it's not anymore. At release, the first year of SOT, it was a popular game. Now, it's just a game that people go, oh, you still play that game? Oh, that game's still alive? Like, if Destiny 2 was in a similar state, comparable state, there would be article after article, video after video. The downfall of Destiny 2. Destiny 2 recently received an update, and they had to cut out the new gun because it didn't work. Everyone would be fucking freaking out. They'd be bringing the gallows. There'd be a bunch of over-exaggerations and shit. But you know what would happen? The devs would go, fuck, we fucked up, we'll fix it. And then they'll eventually fix it due to pressure. With SOT, no one cares enough about it. With SOT, a person partnered with the game admitted to thing I'm not allowed to say, and nothing happened. The HF 333 TZ situation happened, and there was no response, no backlash, nothing. Any other game with a partnership program and that kind of bombshell drops, regardless of innocence, that type of allegation, they're out of here, buddy. You're out of here, bucko. But no, that's how unimportant and unpopular this game is with the masses, and that's why there's never any kind of... There's, you know, it's very rare for a story about SOT to reach outside of the SOT community. Hell, even Theb's video with the, you know, the hundreds of thousands of views between all of the things when they got his YouTube channel banned, it's barely the reach of anything else. The Rob Raven thing, though, they kicked his ass to the curb pretty quickly. The Rob Raven thing only happened because another SOT partner called him out. The Rob Raven thing he only, in his words, stepped down as partner. The only reason he did was because of this. Yeah, the only reason Rob Raven stepped down as partner was because one of the Beard brothers, who everyone trusts because he's a nice guy, you know, runs a lot of ads, he has a lot of ads in his titles, whatever, he's a bag chaser, I respect that. This man in earnest gave his honest opinion about this man, and as you can see, everyone came together and said, wow, that guy's fucked. So that's the only reason that went anywhere. That wasn't due to external factors, though. There was no external factor about Rob Raven. It was all internal. Yeah. Rob Raven drama, what the fuck did I miss? I'm just answering a question. Yeah. So like, yeah, no. The unfortunate situation is that Salt was doing okay when it became unpopular, but now that it is unpopular and it's doing bad, it's not popular enough for there to be any kind of pressure for it to become a better thing again. Threatening to dox people is fine though. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Man So Wavy situation. Yeah, it's fine. I thought there was the fairy clip of him picking on the kid, respect the streamer. Dude, that's not even the worst thing he's done. If anything, that's just funny. No, if you watch this video, he just was really cringe. He was really cringe, was what he was. Yeah. He called me sweaty a couple of months ago. It was really funny. I was in his chat. And he's like, oh, that's Crud. He's sweaty. He knows. I was like, hey, I do know. I am sweaty. I'm not sweaty. Selling spots on his crew. Yeah, there's a whole... I mean, watch this video. Just Google this video if you want to watch it. It's not that exciting because it's 2 years ago. Yeah, no, his situation was only handled because there was no... not because of external factors, but because of a massive amount of internal factors. We don't do maintenance for 4 years and add 1,000 cosmetics? Yeah. So that's the problem, is the continual rot. Yeah. Crud, may I have the deadlock blessing I've been losing all day? Yeah, sure. I hope that, Google Ivy deadlock toes. Wait, who is Rob Raven? Just a guy. Just Jack Sparrow. I wonder why when they got such a big chance after Pirate's Life, they didn't take it. I think, Pirate's Life was, I don't want to say the beginning of the end, but like it started a downward trend in that they realized, hang on, this game is appealing to people who don't shoot cannons at each other. And so after the Pirate's Life came out and they got the Disney crowd and they got all that stuff, they started pandering more to newer players and easy experiences. And unfortunately, they don't know how to pander to new players. So the game is really confusing for new players. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And the old players are getting all their favorite weapons nerfed. And so no one's happy. And that was, that was like, what, 3 years ago. And where are we now? The new players don't know what's happening and the old players are unhappy. So I don't think the Pirate's Life Disney crossover was a very smart idea. So not because I like the Pirate's Life Tall Tale, but also shooting other boats. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, I like the Pirate's Life Tall Tales. I also like shooting at other boats. Pirate's Life brought people in, but had nothing to keep people engaged. Yep, I think a big part of it was taking people out of the sandbox and putting them into the realms. They wanted money, though. I think it would have cost them more money, because collaborations between games and, like, things like Fortnite and that's not free for either company. Both companies pay for that. I came back to Salt for the Pirate's Life Tall Tales. Yeah, no, it was a good short-term decision, but long-term, it's led to this constant dreariness of getting rid of PvP as best you can, appealing to PvE, but then the new people that join the game because of that appeal, they don't know what they're doing. The PlayStation 5 version dropped, and I think I was with you, sirs, and we ran into PlayStation 5 players, and we were trying to help them because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Because the game doesn't explain anything. Catering new players so many years after release is kind of weird. They can't get the old shit right anyway. Yeah. Yeah, what up, Panda? How's it going, bro? Rip Blunderbuss, rip shooting guns. The guy suggesting a grog dart's actually cooking. Give me a grog dart that makes enemies super drunk on hit. I mean, that's just the extension of turning curse balls into like a slingshot, right? Like, I mean, there is a venom ball dart, so I guess, yeah. I don't know. Blow dart just doesn't work because it's not a weapon. Crud dart, yeah. Like, the whole weapons problem is every single new weapon you've introduced has no reason to be used over existing weapons. Double barrel pistol is garbage. Throwing knife is kind of pretty good for PvE, but nothing else. Harpoon gun is not a gun, and you can't do anything with it. And blow dart has a lot of function, but I'm going to have a gun instead. Remember Pirate Life Tall Tale 2 Return to a Shrine Massacre, putting off load new players? Dude, fucking Pirate Life's Tall Tale number 2, everyone being in the exact same spot on the map was so fun. I was new to the game then, by the way. I only started in season 2. I would go there and I would just sink boats because that was the only way I could sink boats because I was new and I was solo and I didn't know what I was doing. I was an asshole. I just sail down there, sink all the boats, and then just sail around. What do you think about the new Dark coming out? I mean, until they show it off properly, I don't know, but I can already foresee a bunch of problems with it. Bring back Merrick's Adventure at the Tavern. Dude, bring back TDM Adventure. TDM Adventure at the Dark Sea Dogs Tavern was just... I wasn't even that good at the game to properly like enjoy it, but I still enjoyed it. Instant respawn, oh my god. Legal drinking age in Germany. I feel like because it's Europe, it'll be like fucking 10. TDM Adventure was the most fun shit. Yeah, no, TDM Adventure was good. I wish I was more aware of how the game works back then. Like, it wasn't until really, like literally till like the end of my second year of playing Salt that I truly started to fully visualize what happens in the game and be aware of everything. And that was after that. I can see breaking in someone just wandering around a boat, think they're in disguise and not. Yeah. All right. What are the glitches that'll come with the mimic dot? Your name not appearing, your name not changing color. You don't go into a disguise. You go into a disguise, but you're a green skeleton. You think you're in a disguise and you're not. Someone sees you at a distance, and then when you reach render distance, you change into the disguise because of level. What is the word I'm looking for? Fucking not field of view. LOD, loading distance things. What else? You fire the dart and it makes a really fucking loud noise. I don't know. You fire the dart and it disguises you as someone else, the wrong person. There's already so many things that could go wrong, but we'll see. Did you notice with the card launch fix they didn't fix the graphical glitch with the fish rod? Yeah, I did notice that. When they fixed the rod launch where when you got into the cannon, your rod would still cast, that still happens. I started getting super into PvP and stuff at the time, so I got wrecked, but man, it was fun. Yeah, it was like right after then is when I really started like learning how to play, not just sail. I think also a mistake is when there's something people do not play, they will remove it. The best example is Thieves Haven Run. Yeah. 16, so tonight I'll be transporting the liquor and audio. Oh, is it your birthday, Panda? Happy birthday, Panda. Good shit, dude. Wait, wasn't it your Panda? Wasn't it your birthday recently? I swear it was your birthday when you invited me to a sot lower. I don't know. Oh, dude, I got alcohol. I should be drinking. Didn't a lot of people complain led about the TDMing though? Yes. It's not my birthday? Oh, true, you just drinking? Anyway, hell yeah. Get on the piss. I love getting on the piss. What else? Yeah, it was the 17th of September, I thought so. Are they going to patch the ladder launch? So they want to patch it, but they can't. And the reason they can't is because the launch itself is not directly tied to ladders. It's tied to getting your character model pinched. But so getting rid of that launch will never, like the pinching launching will never happen because that would need a change in the game's physics altogether. But that's fine. If you stand on the wheel of a ship as it sinks in Hourglass, you get launched. That's fine. The fix to ladder launch on a boat is that they need to add a hitbox to the ladder section that clips you into the bow of the ship. They won't be able to do that without that just leading to a shitload of problems regarding climbing ladders. They can't patch it because they can't put a patch of dirt or a wooden plank over it. I mean, basically bigified. Like, even if they put an invisible box in that section, it most likely will have... I'm sure they've tried this before. Like, I guarantee someone's gone, what if we just put a block there? If they put, like, an invisible box in the bit next to the ladder where the ladder launch happens, it will just break. It'll fuck up climbing on the ladder. It'll fuck up something. Because otherwise, they would have done it by now. Because theoretically, that is the easiest patch ever. Like, obviously, like I said, you can't patch the launch, but you can patch the ladder launch. I don't know a way to patch it, but I'm going to explain here because Ray would never figure it out. Yeah. The real thing about ladder launch is all you do is you double tap F while looking at the ladder on a specific angle. Why does double tapping F do something? Like, I know what it is. It's you're grabbing the ladder and instantly letting go of it. So it cuts out where you are mid-animation. Although if they got rid of that, they get rid of ladder juke. So no, that's a bad idea. Yeah, my birthday soon. Ooh. That's how they patch PL hideout, by putting invisible boxes there. But every time they patch the PL hideout glitch, it comes back in a different spot. Widen the hull either side of the ladder so you don't pass or anything while mounting it. That could be a fix, yeah. Like they have to have tried something and just not even like thought beyond. Like, it must have failed in their testing, like pre-insider testing, because like I guarantee you would have heard. Like, if they were testing it properly, it would have leaked. But, like, I don't know. And it's weird, too, that it is tied to your FPS. I've tried it on PS. Yeah, so ladder launching is tied to your FPS. Ladder juices are a PvP thing, so they'll be fine fucking with it. I mean, yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm saying shit. Maybe they don't do that as the fix, because they'll get rid of that. They can't fix the fucking stutter bug and the mask bug. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not good that they don't know how to fix their own basic glitches, but every time, the thing that I've learned with talking about this game is you've got to consider the worst case scenario whenever you consider something, and that will answer to why it hasn't been done that way. And yeah, hot take, add a second set of ladders to the galleon and the back balcony, because I think galleon should suffer more. Honestly, yeah. Give it back ladders like the Burning Blade. I don't give a fuck. I mean, the problem is most galleons, at least that I'll encounter in OCE, are like dog shit idiots, because it's usually just new players, so wouldn't really make too much of a difference, but it'd be nice. I need to fix the PvP glitch. It's not supposed to be in the game. Oh, yeah. So before, when someone's like, Crud, do you think they'd ever make a SOT 2? That's my other point with SOT 2, if it ever was a thing, which it never will be. It would have no PvP. If SOT 2 existed, it would have zero PvP. It might have like an opt-in PvP thing, which is like dead, but it would not have PvP as it exists in the current version of SOT. Would SOT 2 be a Destiny thing then? No. SOT 2 just won't be made. There will never be a SOT 2. Sea of Thieves will shut down in 2.5 more years. Everwild will come out and flop, and then Rare will say, we're working on a new Sea of Thieves-like project, and then that'll flounder and you'll never hear of it for 10 years. That's the realistic roadmap. It's like, see so many consistent failures in a row. The game could have really gone far if they stopped being shit devs. It could. I mean, in this video, they acknowledged that the reason a lot of bugs made it to Season 14 was because Drew couldn't navigate the insider forums, and so now he's made his own separate insider thread for bugs. What does that mean? What do you mean, dude? Don't need SOT 2, just SOT remastered. We do. We need... Hey, Dane, thank you for the prime. What we need, I've said this before, Sea of Thieves, and then subtitle, PC edition. Sea of Thieves, PC edition. That's what we need. So it could have been so much better than what we got. Yeah, that's my... Genuinely, my biggest thing I always have saw is like, it's just untapped potential. Everything is half-assed, and you just see... You play this game, and you think the game is bigger in a way, not bigger world-wise, but bigger in terms of what you can do. And then every 10 hours, you learn something isn't in the game. And then it wears you down to the point you realize the game is incredibly shallow. No pun intended. Yeah. That's our only hope is a fan-made SOT-like. It'd be too hard with like the water physics and shit. How do you not know how to navigate a damn forum? Well, it was his first time, to be fair. They should make Hourglass more like Arena 1v1s. It's just unfun. They go on for too long. They should do so much with it. Yeah, but they'll just leave it. Kind of, they need to just drop old-gen console support. They won't do that. Yeah, so Bigger Fight. I played the clip earlier where Mike talks about how they would never drop Xbox One support. SOT is a concept we're waiting for more competent dev to execute. Yeah. One of the biggest problems with this game is there's no competition. Unfortunately, there's no competition to this game. Most people would rather just not play a game like this than, play it. There's just no competition. I know Sand is coming out. After playing Sand, love that game. Very excited to play more of it. It is not a Sea of Thieves... Well, it's not that it's not a Sea of Thieves competitor, but the people who play Sea of Thieves will not... A lot of them will not like Sand, because Sand is PvP focused. There will be PvE in Sand, but in fact, in Sand, you permanently have a target on your head. You have smoke blowing out the top of your fucking trampler at all times unless you stop it completely. It's an alternative, not a competitor. Yeah. So like it's similar to SOT in some aspects, but it's not a replacement for it, and it's not going to be this hugely, massively popular thing because of it. What is Sand? Sand was a beautiful demo, and I hope that the actual game is not too far away. Sand is this beautiful game.
This is Sand, an open-world PvPvE extraction game developed by the Ukrainian team Holograph and published by TinyBuild. Earlier this year, we revealed the very first gameplay footage with all of you. and today we're excited to dive into one of the game's most talked about features, the trap for the top. Yeah, we've gone with the medium, especially if you first contract. Looks like we've got some company.
Depends if the dev team will be alive by next year. Come on, man. You know, Sand is a fun game where you make big robots and you do this to them.
There's that shotgun turret ammo coming in handy already.
Sand is a good game. So Mad Max, yes. Unfortunately, Sand is incredibly early in development, so we're not going to see Sand for another couple of years, most likely. There's a game with the airships called Airman that's functionally abandoned. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I feel like SOT needs a genuine competitor. Maybe this devs will stop being so fucking lazy. It does, it does. That was the problem with fucking Skull and Bones. Like, every dickhead being like, oh, it's gonna kill SOT. And it's just like, if you know anything about Ubisoft, you know, one, it's not even like SOT. And two, it's just not. And what didn't. I'm still mourning Dreadhunger. Yeah, it sucks we can't play our own, like, private server of Dreadhunger. The difference between being lazy and being incompetent. Yeah. Kind of has looks of Rust. Yeah, well, it's got, like, the... Well, it's more steampunky than Rust, but yeah. But no, Sand will be good, but Sand will take its time. So we'll see that. Oh, who's playing Deadlock? Oh, Cir's yours. I wonder, does it show me how recently? So Cir's has recently played 235 hours of Deadlock. Does it show me his full hours? Oh no, that is, yeah, 235 hours on record. Recently, he's played all of his hours. And he's played 67 hours in 2 weeks. Cir's, man, you're deadlocking hard, bruh. Should do a holiday where we're all on the same network and see if Drunker works. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, you could probably use Hamachi, although fuck setting up Hamachi. Don't check how many hours I clocked into Red Dead yesterday when I bought it. 12 hours? Dude, wait, what time did you get that? Hang on, Kelp. Red Dead. 9:30 p.m. you said you were hooked on Red Dead. Jesus Christ. So you haven't even had it 24 hours yet and you've played 12. Jesus. Good on ya. All my homies hate Hamachi. Yeah, Hamachi, like, it works, but it sucks. Could have told you that was going to happen. Yeah, I played for 4 days straight. Yeah. How much Red Dead have I played? Only 61 hours. Yeah, I got to play more Red Dead. Dude, speaking of playing more games, let's raid Sponge. Don't check my Dark Tide activity? Nah. Haha, 3 hour SOT stream, didn't even touch SOT once. Oh, by the way, anyone who's playing SOT, if you go to the store and go to the Pirate Emporium, go to the sale tab, there is a free emote in there called Tiny Violin. They didn't announce that. Gonna watch the Fortnite event. How long till the Fortnite event? Isn't it like... I swear the Fortnite events are like 5 a.m. for me. So... Yeah, 10 hours. Okay, so 10 hours until the live event. It's 8 p.m. I'm not watching that, I'm sorry. Anyway, hit Sponge with the Everwild raid. Cool. Thank you everyone for subbing, hanging out, watching my ads, and listening to me yap. I will see you tomorrow, most likely. Theb might be there, because sometimes he's there on Sundays. I don't know. What's the raid message? Everwild raid. Hit him with the Everwild raid. He loves Everwild, I'm sure. Bye. Also, I should have a stream deck by tomorrow's stream, so that'll be exciting.